there's nothing I can do. I can never get to you. So I'm looking for a miracle. Like it's somebody be so beautiful, yeah. It's only a dream. It's how I feel. That you deserve better than me.
Yeah, the lows. कैसे चैट what is up? थंबनेल का पैसा काटो, थंबनेल का पैसा काट दिया है, नया अपडेट कर दिया है, टेंशन ना लो। हैप्पी होली सबको। कैसे हो मेरी जान के टोटो? क्या हल्के से कलर्स आ गए हैं लाइफ में? क्या सीन है? कौन आज प्रपोज किया? किस का ब्रेकअप हुआ? क्या सीन है? बताओ। लेट हो गया? कुछ लेट नहीं हो गया भाई। भाई क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? टीम अप अवेलेबल बाय सिंगल। आई किस्ड। खुद के हाथ को चूमने को आई किस्ड नहीं कहते। प्लीज कुशाल भाई, प्लीज। When is VCS starting? Soon, hopefully this month. Don't worry. पोल डालने दो। कौन जीतेगा? ठीक है भाई। क्या आ रहा है? क्या स्मेल क्या आ रहा है? थोड़ा वाइब चेक करते हैं।
Ran by T1 there, should just be able to win over consistency throughout the entire game. But when we get to Haven, again, it's just back on that man right there. Gets to be on the chamber, gets to be that primary upper.
How much of Autumn's understanding of T1's current playbook do you think is going to factor into this one? Or did KDG bring enough unique ideas with the essential same core to the extent with this T1 squad to make it a little bit different to throw Autumn off the set?
They definitely have changed a little bit since that Bangkok kind of era. It's not as much of KDG in my opinion, it's more a Munchkin. The fact that you've changed the IGL and brought in a guy that does play quite differently. They're not hardcore scrapping all the time, fighting like they previously were. I think it will have adjusted to the point where having all of them as a coach on the other side doesn't give you like a deep insight into your opponent.
But it does also feel like on T1 side, they know that Autumn likes to do the weird, wonky stuff. So they have to have that assumption. And as we've been talking about breaking down all this footage and gameplay, surely T1's been doing the same thing. I mean, we saw how Harbor was kind of fall flat yesterday on the defensive side. We talked about it a lot. This is going to be very interesting. EDG need to figure out ways to clean this up.
Yeah, obviously it's a very different style from Team Liquid, but look, we didn't see T1 show adaptability in that game. Very distinct style that they have.
मेरे को
खतरनाक वाला EDG वाला आ रहा है, मतलब EDG 2.0.
I would assume honestly that it should be easier to do against this comp than the way that Team Liquid
EDG
were approaching
वाला
the
लग रहा
game.
है.
I really want to see if that man, though, Meteor, can step things back up from having a real struggle showing against Liquid. One of the multi-time trophy lifters globally in Valorant. That's rarefied air that he exists in. And that first series is certainly not indicative of the level that he's shown years ago.
Playoff
Absolutely not. I think as well when you look at the other side of stuff, like EDG, we're talking about them being the underdogs, and of course they have that legacy of winning an incredible world championship in 2024. I think it deserves a bit more credit, perhaps, and we're even saying think about the other teams who were around at that time. Gen G, your Sentinels, you know, the other squads that were around in 2020, they're not here. Like these top teams of that year, they're all gone right now. They are not attending Masters tournaments. EDG have managed, domestically at least, to still keep their head just above water where they can make it to these events.
Yeah.
And if you can just get that push, you can wake up a few of these players. And remember, what they were like a couple of years back.
And EDG, they were headed into this tournament with some positive momentum. Yes, they got knocked down to the lower bracket.
Yes,
They
went
on a run in that, 4 series wins in a row to get here. And you have
Shore
to feel like there was the potential for them to be peaking at the right time, just off that streak, off the confidence that they were going to get from that. But they just ran into such a strong Gentlemates team to open this tournament.
It's really fascinating, the juxtaposition between what we were seeing from EDG prior to this. And heck, I would even go as far as say T1 because look, I'm going to call a spade a spade. When we went into that Masters Bangkok, there was no one in the world that was predicting T1 to win that whole thing. So I'm seeing a team who won an event who was like, oh my God, we did it. Versus now a T1 that carries way more confidence. And it's the flip side for EDG. They used to be the team that gave all the swagger in the world, but now it feels like they are lacking a little bit of that confidence.
Sure, I think that's reasonable framing. I also do think, though, in terms of early days here at Santiago, T1 will be more disappointed about being a 0-1 team than EDG. I think because they've come in with a decent seeding, they would have expected.
I'm very sad Nats lost yesterday. मत याद दिलाओ यार. एक knife.
Want to continue to lean into what works.
Rain by का एक knife बारी बारी.
Playing the agents where that weapon is most
comp अच्छा है, comp अच्छा है.
The chamber has been his best agent this
दोनों strong
year.
comp है, लेकिन एक में मच्छर comp है, एक में
this gives them a chance, I think, in this bind. I think
slide into my DMs comp.
I agree with you. I think the solo duelist chamber comps that we've been seeing in Americas, run by teams like G2 and 100 Thieves, they've actually been immaculate. RRQ's been doing it in Pacific. It gives you such an ability to control the tempo of the game.
Losing team home, जो हारा घर पे सीधा.
T1 sent EDG home at Masters Bangkok. Will history repeat itself? Let's send it back over to your casters. Here's Pansy and Hypoc.
thumbnail से मैं कल से एडिटर का पैसा काटूँ. Normal है वो.
This feels like redemption in my eyes, Mike. Both of these teams performing to a degree that I think is less than their potential so far.
Definitely, yeah.
They've got to show me something here.
PRX versus Emmet Cup playoff में
I
सीधा.
think more so for me, it's EDG on the side of that. I'm so happy, obviously, to be coming into
God, with the panic on your face.
See some changes.
Hey, कब है playoff? परसों से क्या? परसों?
It wasn't here. It wasn't here.
No, you
कि
didn't.
तरसों?
I used another word, but we're on now.
Okay, true.
तरसों या चौरसों से है ना? Playoff?
We are now live into the game on the defending side. EDG T1 on the attack. And we've got a set standard early, an adjustment in composition from EDG.
7?
Which, as said, I think is a very good indicator, hopefully, that they are looking for adjustments at this point.
Absolutely, T1 already showing presence here towards B long. No contact elsewhere.
Normal B split है, लेकिन वो नहीं है. कुछ भी. Rotations नहीं है.
Yeah, and it just feels like there's no fight back, man. EDG just get.
Bro, बचा कैसे वो?
Here, but by now the plant's in. There's 5 on the site. They've got a deeper post plant down low.
Bro, बचा कैसे वो?
Meant to find that next layer in. It would be really hard to take away all of these crossfires that can be put in play so quickly.
भाई free kill था. CB का. क्या वो पर कर?
क्या? Back behind EDG here. Smoggy hasn't made moves just yet through CT.
बहुत मारा बे.
Gorgeous though. A proactive post plant. I'll take that.
Excuse me.
Not bad. But they've lost out on Kung Kungs here, down to 2, so you're starting to really lose it in the numbers and the time. And Izu with
पूरा घूम के आके मारा.
kills.
मैं बोला था कि नहीं.
That's what I want to see.
बोला था कि नहीं मैंने. भाई मेरे को full भरोसा है बे. भाई T1 ऐसा टीम नहीं है भाई. इजू मारा बाद में स्टैक्स भी मारेगा भाई. सारे प्लेयर्स बाप है ये लोग में.
I mean, it has been the conversation of discipline throughout this tournament, and to be fair, I don't think
कितना प्यारा मारा बे. Clean.
comes to mind for it.
Clean.
You're not going to get that many.
Clean.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's going to be interesting to see that. Throughout this. It was a key issue with EDG, primarily the amount of times that these anti-ecos would slip away from them, over-peaking.
EDG 2.0 कौन बोला? कौन बोला? मेरे को नहीं मालूम.
Advantage situations, they'd lose in. I want to see that mentality just tidied up. And, well, Buzz off to a good start. Takes away Kung Kung. That is, I don't see the floodgates open. There's still 2 players towards Shower. And Smoggy's got
बिना देखे मार रही है.
So it's a little tougher to imagine this going any other way.
Feel here, CB obviously still.
क्या scene?
Say back towards Showers, but able to slip away. Only classic.
Ads बंद कर, ads बंद है. Game zone बढ़ा रहा हूँ.
Tough to really break through and find an opener here.
ये भी 4 के मारेगा
just
अभी.
looking to farm up. What's left on the table for now? CB the last
Ace मारेगा,
to
4 के मारेगा.
Lovely teammates to facilitate. He's on the right.
Oh, Stacks, come on,
Stacks,
man.
that's really
Stacks.
unnecessary, bro. But yeah, don't be laughing, Stacks. That's wild. You saw a little like shot.
Back to back 4 के लेकिन.
Stacks.
अगर मेरा चैट पड़ा तो 50 गिफ्टेड ले दूंगा. वाह शिट, हक गया मैंने.
Had a good series the other day.
He's on the yellow card
Oh
now.
shit.
Instant yellow on that. But great from Buzz. I mean, confidence builders for sure, right? Feeling in the game.
बेचारा साइड हो गया यार.
Buzz would have just seen he was tagging him through the wall there as well.
Brilliant. Great.
अपने टाइम भिड़ू है बे स्टैक्स.
Nasty. That's such an unnecessary kill. No one, nothing.
No.
Just literally.
Love of the game.
Happy Libangs में मेरी जान कटे. Happy
Oh,
Libangs
that's
जान.
wild. Okay, so buy in place for EDG coming back into this. Couple light shields though dotted throughout, but I don't see.
एक क्रिएटर और एसेटर वाले लाइनअप
shit.
का एक मैच हो जाए
On the
फन
other
होगा. हाँ
side.
बराबर. क्या वो लोग प्रैक्टिस वैक्टिस ये सब थोड़ी करने का है.
We're just trying to identify where maybe.
अभी टीम बना सीधा कंटेंट.
No idea of the setup.
Yep.
Clearing through.
Flash along would have caught here, so nobody doesn't have confirmation. With the Prowler going back through, second flash will indeed confirm presence.
They're going to pull a player on that.
Yeah, I was going to say. Still
बस
just
अब
two
फाइट के
here,
बीच
but
में स्टैक्स को स्लो करेगा. मेरे को तो लग रहा है ये गेम में भी नाइफ होने वाला
है. In the meantime, look at the site here. Buzz is in, and okay, you are lucky that Chichu is on the case.
Bro,
because they look
बचाया बे
absolutely dead to
उसने.
rights there. Nobody in the corner looking baffled.
भाई nobody
as
का
what was coming.
sense
The
ही
boy
ऐसा है
passes
कि
him out.
उसने
Munchkin
ignore ही
gets
मार
him. Hold
दिया.
on, it's a 3v3. This is a bonus for T1. This was not meant to be the big threatening round, but Chichu, the hero of the hour, goes down. Meteor! That's what
भाई
I'm
अभी
talking
Meteor ने
about.
मारा.
4 big kills. T1 getting
No.
the bonus in hand.
As Meteor to find it, somebody who struggled massively
Hello?
in that opening series. The takeaway here, convert a bonus for T1 initially. Chichu finding 2 free hits effectively
Yeah.
on the way in here. CB slight overstep into the snake bite. This makes him basically a freebie
क्या है ये?
in response.
We've got some big performances already. Buzz sitting on 5-2. Izu 4-1.
ये तो मेरा
Meteor,
gameplay
4-1.
बहुत
And Stacks
same
was the man who
ऐसा
stood out
खेलता
to me earlier.
Absolutely. Wow,
So
yeah.
it's
I mean,
मतलब EDG
Oh.
जैसा
Stacks
बोल
got a
रहे हो
scummy
यार.
kill and he's out there for the time being.
That is
Fancy
wild
मेरे
to
joke
call
पे
it
सही.
Scummy
I mean,
kill.
it was. It's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you're not
अब
wrong.
किसकी बारी है भाई?
So Kong Kong goes
अब किसकी
walking.
बारी है?
He's had
Stacks.
a little look down short. Posted up for now. Not going to get much play early. Kind of that 3-1.
भाई एक ज़माने में
throughout bind.
अपने टाइम में ये मैप डिफेंस साइडेड हुआ करता था.
Approach thus far.
और अभी देखो.
See how EDG want to maybe hold this again.
सब एक एक राउंड मारेंगे लग रहा है मेरे को.
Sheriffs don't have Kong Kong.
प्यारा
On the
मार
money
रहा है
today.
यार.
It feels like they've warmed up here.
भाई प्यारा मार रहे
This
बेचा.
isn't the round you'd imagine masses of work to be done, but I like that from CB, but it's just laboured Chichu on the case.
Chichu बचा रहा है
Trying to
लेकिन.
put up some numbers here. Chichu is online. So Smoggy, Buzz tries to break the back line that they lost. Gets it back in hand, and now the spike can be recovered.
EDG आपका गेमप्ले ना करो
He's
यार.
still on the bucky. We'll have a chance here with the reset from T1 to potentially find an
कोई टू
upgrade.
तक गया निकाल सकते हैं राउंड.
Full 2v2 reset here.
लेकिन जब तक ये लोग
Confirm the rotation, plenty of
चले
time to
जाएंगे
find this
बॉट
farmer. That's gonna be the
रिपोजिशन
issue
कर
for
लेंगे
EDG.
रे.
I was interested to see how far Munchkin was willing to go on this.
Plus वो
because
gun change
obviously
भी करेगा
they
nobody
might know
शायद.
about the dog, might have heard that
बहुत
potentially,
late हो
but they don't
जाएंगे.
know if maybe Smoggy had already started that rotation. It's not the case.
Yeah, you see the pings here actually potentially looking to catch
Full read NH के बे.
Maybe teeing up Munchkin on contact here from
जाएगा
elbow.
गन लेने जाएगा देख स्काई. गन लेने जाएगा अब उसको टिक मारना पड़ेगा.
CT.
That could play into the plan of
ना
T1.
जी impossible. दोनों सेट
Contact
impossible.
plays out, though,
This is going to be brutal.
Impossible.
as this feels like they've
बस
made
अल्ट मारेगा तो भी चलेगा.
and gonna be quite deep by the time
मार
we get
दिया.
close. Here we go, and there, that might just be the checkmate, and yeah, it is. Buzz
Clean.
gonna get his 3, and the plan well made, and
Clean.
T1 just get things back in order. It got dangerous, and I like what
Clean.
EDG were trying to do. They got
भाई
in their
मेरे को
faces,
सच्ची
they
लगा वो
were
लोग
quite
split
scared of
खेलेंगे.
that, but it doesn't really make much difference here. T1 keeps
एक को कई
stable,
city, एक
looking
बस का
solid,
अल्ट था.
and that's what I'm going to be happy with. If they can keep this kind of clean approach, lovely.
And certainly threat in this round from EDG. Chichu again finding 2 kills.
He's trying.
Yeah. On the top of the board for EDG, but nothing else to write home about. Getting closer and closer to some of these ultimates, but already
जो आ रहा हो बाहर
T1
तेरे भाई का रीड है लेकिन
firm lead in that regard.
Huh?
Same setup once more. Standard approach towards this B site hold, and T1 have found their point of weakness, it would feel.
अब लग गए T1 के लास्ट टाइम वर्क किया था नियॉन ने था लेकिन अब लग गए
kept this together last time, finding two
लग गए
and they kind of cut, but that's great from CB, waiting to catch on the push up, deny Buzz the ability to springboard in, break that front line for it. So EDG have held off the first wave.
Yeah, great learning on the fly here just to duck inside that smoke.
अयो तोड़ा नहीं अभी तक
burst towards side. T1 haven't backed away though.
No, they're still going for this one, and there's no additional rotations coming out. They feel happy enough with the 3 here for EDG. Be playing black a little bit further back on this. T1 really looking for a fight. That's the one. The swing from CB there felt dangerous. And again, taking risks.
एक मारना nobody को बस हो गया निकाल लिया.
I don't like this. They've made something out of nothing. The rotations are on the way.
Players are miles away.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit nervous if this is what I'm seeing now, but there's still a chance of this. Kung Smoggy, they want this one back.
Shot.
Stacks with 5 seconds until he gets maybe the haunt if he even gets a chance to use it.
This is not a clutch pussy. This is one and done.
Now whether they read this plant though.
Scene A के ऑफ है.
Take it all the spam connecting.
He's just gonna play this calm. Can he get one for free? That's the question. Yeah, he can. A second, but it's Kung. Surely not again. Stacks can't do it. Kung can. And EDG are finally on the board. I got insanely nervous seeing that swing from backside.
भाई सब बराबर क्या था? Sky वो smoke में मारा ना भारी पड़ गया था almost.
CT here. EDG so far, I don't know if T1 are thinking maybe somebody's already up close and personal. Again, the challenge.
Oh, one and done वाला पोजी था वो.
Wasn't really necessary here. EDG allowed a way back in to this retake.
हाँ ना likes करने बोल. Like करो chat, like करो.
Maybe just slamming into that, so it was literally one bullet.
हाँ?
EDG will post their first here. Do have a couple of ultimates available. Come into round 6. The pit, the orbital strikes. CB and nobody actually just want to wait.
क्या हो गया? तेरे को बना के खाने को बोर हो रहा है क्या?
Back in and then getting proactive. It looks like flash down. Do they then
कुछ
go
मंगा ले वो कल का
for Yeah, terrible timing. Utility in hand and rewarded for CB. Good trade for Munchkin. Let that go unpunished.
Even Stevens
basically halfway out of there. And just get spammed. Meteor on the punish. Now nobody looking vulnerable. Look how far away the other players are. They're going to know his presence, a high flash, but he just wants to backpedal. No, he's sticking around. I don't know what he was hoping for there, but that really wasn't it. 4 players to the 2, and the site is very much T1's.
Give this up, almost the operator in hand for Kung. Too
big
investment to risk here. They're up against it in terms of the finances.
भाई जीत गया बे.
T1 probably already reading that very well with how deep Meteor's exploring towards CT now.
वो लोग एक राउंड जीते भी पे वो भी 1v1 तक आया.
Plenty of time left to find these kills, Lauren.
Yeah, they're going for it too. So Chichu will hold it at least for now, but you're looking at Buzz
गरम मत होने दो, गरम मत होने दो.
Slower approach from
बस जा सकता है वैसे अल्ट पॉइंट के लिए. ना मारा तो मारा, मारा तो मारा. क्रिस्टी दिया. ओह अपना ऊपर क्या ये चाहिए देखो.
I think it's too tight an angle.
All right, so it looks like he keeps the operator. Okay, I was making real sure on that, but 5-1.
मेरे को लगा तूने खा लिया.
Like EDG aren't getting the information they want early. I don't know how they want to go about finding that.
Again, and just looking at the timing on rotations, they've been behind the curve a little bit, and then with nobody kind of overstaying his welcome, it sends out a flash to maybe allow him time to back all the way into CT, because Chichu's already there. There's no reason for an extra body to fall here.
भाई प्यारा मार रहे
see how quickly at that point it's just we got to save. We have to save.
Yeah.
WT1.
I want to see how they problem solve getting that early information, because I don't mind that they kind of went for that aggressive start on short. He traded out 1-for-1 in the end, but that's not reliable enough. I think I want to see them try and be a little bit more fluid with those rotations. Binks, as we can kind of see the flow of things, it's pretty one-sided.
I think probably coming out of this timeout, the win condition for them is going to be building a plan around these ultimates.
Day 1 से चला रहे, ace चला रहे, शायद लेकिन वो ace नहीं है.
A 4-round deficit. Maybe not here in the buy round for sure, but There needs to be something proactive on side of EDG. We're
Ace ne chila rahe ho log, kuch aur chila rahe ho log.
Hookah here, but a little limp-wristed.
Yeah,
CB's immediately out there. There's no contingency to somebody counter-swinging that. Like you said, I believe Munchkin, right? It was just immediate on that trade. And
quick on it.
Unfortunately, then CB's caught transitioning back out of Hookah. So yeah, for me,
EDG have to play like G language.
See here on the defense from EDG.
बहुत प्यार Binks भाई गोवा से है, रोज प्यार दे रहे हैं. गोवा का सीन है ऐसा.
In the next few rounds, at least.
Love you यार मेरी जान के love you.
That's a tough start if you're looking at the mini map. Now, how long does Chichu get to play this? Ooh.
Big fan.
Well, now they know.
Time to run.
Pit.
No, time to try and do something.
एक second.
Work out, shockingly. Site is going to be T1. Zizu's there. They've got the nice molly towards
वो
CT.
यूरो अल्ट के सामने वो पे चढ़ के एक मारने का ट्राई कर रहा था.
5v4. Now, a frenzy. A couple of upgraded pistols, but not much. It's mostly really Kung at this point to try and do something. Nice flash. Gonna force away the first layer.
Actually
then
double
takes some
range,
steps. Most of this post plant is towards long, but then look at the space between the next players coming
Kung
through. Luckily, Kung lands a great shot. Meteor's now in no man's land. Has to slip back in towards Hookah. Izu next, point of contact. Kung's found him again. Okay, that's a second body drop. You got some more of that, Kung. Stacks just back towards long. Yeah, gonna catch nobody. And this way they kind of, the fun stops, right? This is where they start really tightening up that post plant.
Kung bolte.
Another?
Kung bolte.
But of course.
It doesn't change the outcome, but it certainly looks pretty. T1 though, again, they found a pressure point. They're not really letting up.
Yeah, the issue being Buzz is going to have his second ultimate by round 8. So a huge tool in terms of site execution, especially with EDG hanging around these site hits.
And then it becomes that thing in my head of like, okay, well, when do we put Kung towards B? When do we start trying to make him move around the map? And then is that the time that T1 decides to pick it up?
EDG Heaven जीतेगा, उनका Heaven strong है. हर्षिल भाई देखो simple है. T1 जीतेगा 2-0. 2-0 हर्षिल. Simple बात है.
Look, we know he's a gifted player. He's got 4 kills, but it didn't change what the round's going to look like. And once again, we're seeing similar scenes.
Yeah, let's hit the
game knowledge नहीं है मेरे हिसाब से आपको. Game knowledge मेरे जैसे.
He's going to be able to. I mean, connection on the flash here,
Blinded.
but it won't necessarily tell them anything different about any other round.
They are trying to play towards B long at least, though. I prefer this, but then I want to see what the layers are from T1, right? This means that, okay, B is not...
इसको कैसे एंगल से हटाएगा अभी नहीं हटा सकता.
So let's see how the rest of the map
अरे लोग शावर से जाएंगे तो कुछ ओपी हो सकता है.
Potentially, because we haven't seen anything else. And I like the rotation. This is better from EDG. They've gone proactive on the
Bro, actual में शावर से जा रहे हैं.
Nobody has got seekers.
भाई निकाल लिया बे T1 ने. Chat.
3-2 split towards the A site. 3 through shower.
Smoggy's got to be careful here because he's in a fairly committed position.
चलो.
Does have the trap.
Trap, blind.
We'll note the TP as well.
Flash. Here we go. Kung then plays it forward. TP's back. And Smoggy's blind as anything. He can't find a shot in time.
God.
Now Kung deleted. T1. This is masterful from them.
God.
I've got to say it. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Initially, I put it to EDG for not adapting well enough. But T1 are looking like they are on point today, Mike.
I mean, it's almost like they're not expecting some of this investment to
come. TP मारने भी नहीं वाला था मालूम है.
Like I said, Smoggy is
उसने TP थोड़ा info मिला, blind सीधा घुस गया उस पे. बस पीछे से चला गया.
From top truck that you can't just rely on him in this scenario. And they just absolutely buckle under the pressure that T1 are able to apply.
Still no solutions found.
ना?
And if anything, that's compounded the problem of.
It is also predict किया तो हारना तो पक्का है. Lag match.
Player on it. There was that rotation from nobody. They were there.
भाई लेकिन ये लोग हर round वो कर रहे. 3K, 4K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K.
As you said, maybe Smoggy caught in a position that didn't really favor them. You can see where.
जो आ रहा हो बाहर.
There's no backing from
no
that.
playoffs.
So T1, I'm very impressed with this T1 side. They had an explosive start, sure, but they have been largely in control for this since that point forward. I haven't seen a robust reply from EDG yet.
I just know what the
discussion
was.
ये देख अरे यार
look at some of these kills.
पीछे आ रहा है, ulted भी है, blind भी है.
Seemingly free once they actually get through the choke point. Like unless
they लोग का हो गया, अभी aggro खेलना पड़ेगा.
Place to really secure that.
We're tasty.
Off the pit, but he's going to be challenged immediately.
It's been revealed. He couldn't stay alive. The pit's gone down.
Buzz is playing insane right now.
Oh, he is deadly, man. Kong Kong.
भाई वो लोग को exact read है बेचा
है. Absolutely. Pop flash on it. They're going to go hunting. Kong Kong's
Smoke में मार दिया.
They are sharp. They know exactly what T1 would, excuse me, what EDG would like to do. None of it's working for
भाई
EDG.
गंदा काउंटर हो रहे बे, मजाक सेट कर, गंदा काउंटर हो रहे.
Potentially by stacks as well. Yeah, simple stuff for these boys. This is their bread and butter. Nobody in Smoggy. Have fun, I guess.
He's going to catch this, so no chance for nobody to even slip into the pit. Smoggy, standing now noted Munchkin.
Clean.
Will remove his head. An 8-1 scoreline here.
Clean.
EDG.
Clean.
Mountains to climb to get back into this now, and T1 hitting this sort of pace time and time again.
Oh, that reveal timing.
क्या करेंगे बे वो लोग?
It's heartbreaking because what?
भाई अब अगर कंगांग वो वाला पोजी पे रहता ना शायद कुछ होता था या फिर रिवील तोड़ देता था या फिर वाइपर का हेल्प करता था.
In round 10.
लग गए.
We could then discuss a little bit of the comfort in this composition, but when your coaches look like that,
अरे मच्छर वापस आया.
Again, this issue. I was happy to see the change, but whether or not this is just kind of a knee-jerk reaction. In terms of some of the win conditions, in terms of getting into position, at least on the defense here, to play aggressively, at least trim the fat a little bit.
Ace,
I mean, at this point, hell, go for a trade. Just get a kill. Get a kill on somebody. Ahead of sponging a site here.
Yeah, before Buzz is on site, try and get a kill.
Is still out of the game?
It's
No.
easy for us to say that. Obviously, it's easy in this position when we
Hey,
get to see everything.
There's not much stopping T1 when they're playing like this.
No, exactly. Look, we've seen the strength of these boys.
But they're going to sit back and watch this half to pass them by.
That's the devastating part, right? We were talking about redemption and that resilience. EDG are a world-class team. They are not doing that now. Well, that's the difference.
Issue being as well, what we saw previously on Haven from EDG. If we go to, again, they just looked kind of lost for answers, right? Yeah. Their go-to wasn't working.
And then where's the adaptation? Where's the
you get a few rounds from
EDG को देख के TL के आधा गेम ना करो यार.
Over and over again.
TL का unexpected था.
Say otherwise.
Look, and that's the issue with some of the, I guess, series and teams we're seeing now is the brutality of unactualized potential. As you said, this might be EDG watching this half pass them by. And for T1, they're firmly in control of the momentum.
फॉरवर्ड नहीं खेल रहे. वो पता लगे इस बार वो लोग वेट कर रहे हैं एग्रेशन का.
And that makes it harder for EDG, right? They are going to be behind the curve in every possible solve they could come up with.
T1 now finally expecting.
मारेगा इज़ू 100% मारेगा. इज़ू 3, 2, 1.
In hand. Smoggy. Pretty snappy shot.
उसने फिर भी फ्लिक दिया. ये क्या था? ये कान गरगर की.
To do any more, right? We can chill now. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. I really don't want to be seeing that. T1.
Why?
There was no need, EDG. You had the advantage. You had 2 players
3v5.
Okay, they can deny the plant at least for 45 seconds. Munchkin's got his own. He's still got a molly. He's still got 2 smokes. And he does have stacks by his side as well.
भाई मॉली डाल भी नहीं रहा है बे बेशरम.
He's on it.
My
EDG
God.
breaking their own hearts. Man, they had that one in the bag.
T1 drift
Hello?
into these sightlines on A short. And again, they're looking to punish the other side of the default, which is just...
That's a dream if you're T1.
3v5.
You're not meant to catch him walking like that's not meant to
आप दोनों का रोमांस करने का तरीका थोड़ा कैजुअल है. क्या करे अक्षय भाई क्या करे?
He's not even ready for this engagement. As they're about to walk out, he's setting up to be the one to slide into the open. Very bizarre.
तुम्हारा हो गया क्या?
That will kind of shatter
सबका यही हालत है मेरे हिसाब
of
से.
EDG now. Yes, we're talking about a high caliber team. Tons of
कान के बाजू से गया गोली.
Rounds like that where you feel right.
देखो तो $5 में जान के जाओ जाओ निकलो चटको अंदर रख के आओ कपड़े जाओ हैं जी.
Yeah, recover anything, a buffer, right? Give me enough that you can make it through a pistol round on the second half.
Casual blend था ये तो info भी नहीं दिया.
So they're going to invest Smoggy deeper. You're hoping for a one and done. Maybe then allow Kung Kung to come into effect.
Yeah, play in with the rifle here, but it's going to be the full force of T1.
Brimstone, तुम्हारा
absolutely everything that's going on here.
It's so simple. T1. This is just systematic domination. And you know what? They're pulling no punches. Why would you at this point? They want the job done. They had a rough start to things. And they are not going to let it happen again. T1 are in form, Mike. It is just lovely to see.
They're just so efficient with this composition in terms of Izu and Buzz. Just finding value.
भाई ये लोग aggressive खेलेंगे क्या थोड़ा सा?
Flawless round to get to 10.
Early at least.
And look, this is T1's map, you know, but this is not what you wanted to see. This is not what you wanted to see. This could have been a great, great elimination game. So far, I feel like EDG aren't in the server. And I like EDG. We know the highs of this team. I can't stress it enough.
So Buzz is about to get his third ult as well.
God, he's 15-6.
Yeah, he's just playing lights out right now.
Look how many ops there are, Michael. Yeah, Michael, why is there 3 of them?
Quite 3, yeah.
We found one.
Again, because they're reading this like, they're like, guys, you have to push us, right?
Yep. You've got to take space somewhere. You can't keep playing on this kind of like passive line, just gambling and guessing. He's going to take way out of that, but going to note that there's a push down
shower pushed hai.
Shower. So going to take the extremity on that. That's fine. Now we
Question है कि वो लोग shower reclear करेंगे या सारे start से जाएंगे.
Where do they want to then put their attention?
दोनों करेंगे, दोनों ठीक है.
Trade out for rifles now. So Stacks and Munchkin with their ultimates to invest.
कपड़े और साफ सफाई हर घर की कहानी. W सचिन भाई.
On the other side now. That could be an issue depending on timing here.
Same.
I like this so far, actually, from EDG, funny enough. I like what they're doing. But sadly, Buzz is just breaking backs out here, man. Straight away, he's got so much value every time. It's just too good. It's just too good. And then Izu wants to try and capitalize. And again, you can understand the intent.
Shot mara.
Hold up. Chichu's in a great position here, but it's actually going to be done. The damage being done elsewhere. Down to a 1v1. Stacks up against Chichu. An opportunity for a piece of silver lining to potentially fall to EDG's hands.
क्या लगता है lane one?
Walk this out. He doesn't want to stick around too close. Allow Stacks the chance to find a quick kill. Not to
Oh my God! City plant करेगा Evan चला जाएगा.
Down here, we'll cut line of sight. Chichu won't be able to pressure this. Might just spot the edge of it.
But the confidence is going to be on Stacks' side, but the HP is on Chichu's. Gets to get a step closer. Still a seize and the horn in hand. Playing on the corner, spots nothing yet, and then the penny should drop right about now. There it is. Stacks turns, looks for it, reposition well. He's playing Ringer Rosie. Chichu has to clear everything. Oh dear. It's there for Stacks! T1 looking untouchable, Mike.
Just absolutely insane to see them operate at this level. EDG with so little answers. Similar, again, a much worse scoreline, but a similar thing we saw in the opening series. Just that next level of adaptation never really came from them.
And we were waiting and hoping we would see it.
By
Simply
11,
did not come in time
at
all. 11-1 to scoreline. Don't go anywhere.
By 11-1 बे. इसके बाद एक और जीतना पड़ेगा ना T1 को, एक और जीतना पड़ेगा ना.
And I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars.
Not how it works.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal today.
Yup. चैट लाइक कर दो, स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो, मेरी जान कर दो. 5000 लोग देख रहे हैं, लाइक करो. इजी नॉकआउट बोलते हैं नहीं, ये एक्चुअल में इजी हो गया. अभी देखते हैं मैप 2 पे वो लोग रिकवर करते हैं कि नहीं. मैप 2 वो लोग का मैप है.
Puedo ver tu alma. Puedo ver tu alma,
मॉडल्स मॉडल्स नहीं रे, मॉड्स रे बाबा. मॉड्स जेठालाल मॉड्स, मॉडल्स नहीं. मॉडल्स अलग रहते हो. मॉडल्स एंड बिंक्स मेरे लैम्बो गेमिंग 3155 अकाउंट को अनब्लॉक करो प्लीज. मेरे को बैन क्यों दिया मेरे को पता नहीं, परमानेंट दिया है. कुछ गंदा नहीं लिखा था. भाई तेरा एक आईडी का नाम लैम्बो गेमिंग, दूसरा जेठालाल चंपकलाल गड़ा. हाँ क्रेजी भाई, आर्टिस्ट तो हो तुम. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हाइड देने के बाद अनहाइड होने का है ना बहुत लंबा प्रोसेस है, जो कि अपन ने लाइफ में चालू नहीं किया, कि बहुत लोग हिडन है, बहुत लोग हिडन है. Hello, Alu sir, this long time, Alu ji, how's you?
Even with that previous composition, they struggled massively on the attack. So,
आप यही आईडी से रहो, यहाँ पे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
Could be a flash in the pan here. Issue being, again, we'll talk Haven when we get there, but it's not necessarily as if this gets any easier.
Pure denomination.
And I think if I'm looking at
demonetization होता है वो नूबड़े.
A fast loss is better than a long one. Maybe just get a player feeling good, get them online. Chichu didn't have a bad performance necessarily, but
हाँ दोनों Chinese team बाहर, आज दोनों बाहर.
just an individual problem.
Second तो confirm first बाहर होएगा.
Really chances. They can take an aggressive start and they can hunt down Kung Kung, which is a deadly sentence to say, but when you're hitting shots like Buzz has been, I don't blame you for going for it. And EDG already looking battered and bruised coming away from that.
Chichu will lurk all the way up long, but again, you see Meteor already positioned towards heaven in anticipation. They've conceded this space and he's going to catch Chichu.
Really good understanding from Meteor on him. Meteor can turn away from this, and that's a fair fight actually, as CB won it and gets some control. Wants to get the sheriff, gets it, 2 bullets, 2 targets, can't find him. Stacks with a double, triple for Stacks! Oh dear! Blink and you'll miss this game!
Trying to pick up the pace a little bit here. Catch T1 off guard, but contingency in the form of Meteor. And even here, they get the sound cue confirmation on Kung Kung, and T1 are just happy to go forwards. Set piece with the flash off Izu.
Oh.
Simple as you like.
Well, Stingers, Sheriffs.
They might force it.
What do you think? Oh.
भाई इतना बड़ा कॉम्प भी तो नहीं था यार.
Okay,
24 champs हारे.
And he's got no fear at all. CB put to his grave.
कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो रहा है.
And he's not backing down. There's no reason to. There's no fear at all shown. Munchkin just pumping damage. And Izu standing guard. It's gorgeous. T1 just put it on the show.
Oh my god.
13-1. T1.
The absolute demoralization हो गया.
They want to stay here. And they have shown
क्या मैं आपको याद हूँ? Obviously, Kazaj bhai.
Barely a look in this time. Not a single player breaking double digits. Quiet throughout. So it's time for them to figure it out. Haven is on the horizon and they need that to work.
Clean था ये तो.
This one will be over before you know it.
कितना 15 मिनट में खत्म किया लगना 20 मिनट में? हाँ? लेकिन वैसा भी नहीं लगा ना कि एकदम क्लोज था राउंड जा. कुछ नहीं भी अकेला 3 मार के 4 मार के जा रहा है. अच्छा लो रे. लैंग्वेज हर बंदा 3-3 4-4 मार के जा रहा है. हर एक बंदा वो भी नहीं. लेकिन कुछ तो सीन हो रहा है. क्यों वो लोग ने एक राउंड भी ना अडेप्ट किया, ना कुछ चेंज किया, कुछ नहीं किया. वो लोग ऐसा था हम लोग ये करने वाले यही करेंगे. हारे तो हारे. वैसा था बे. कितना अजीब खेला. मेरा मैगी भी नहीं बन गया और T1 जीत गया फर्स्ट मैच. ऐसा कौन सा मैगी रे 15 मिनट लगते हैं. Which is the best Vandal apart from champions according to you? Apart from champions.
The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
4 seconds. Clean. Plus goat का नाम है. Plus goat का नाम है. खुरनामी भी कर सकते हैं. खुरनामी या 4 सेकंड दो में से एक. आयुष पटेल भाई, थैंक यू फॉर द कैनेडियन ऑस्ट्रेलियन $2। भाई आयुष पटेल भाई कैनेडियन ऑस्ट्रेलियन से $3 भेजे। मीन वाइल आयुष जांगरा भाई 40 रुपीज। दिस इज क्लियर कट आयुष डिफ, क्लियर कट आयुष डिफ हो रहा है। 101% स्ट्रेट इन योर फेस वाला डिफ दिया आयुष डिफ। कोई मुझे लैपटॉप गिफ्ट कर दो, बहुत परेशान हो गया हूं। इधर मेरे 1 मिलियन नहीं हो रहे। हाँ, लैपटॉप गिफ्ट चाहिए तुमको भाई। मैं कसम खा रहा हूं तुम्हारी लुल्ली की, जिस दिन मेरा 1 मिलियन हो गया ना, 1 मिलियन एक लैपटॉप मैं गिफ्ट दूंगा। मेरा वादा है। मार्क दिस डेट, मार्क दिस डेट। एक से रुको। लैपटॉप अंडर 10,000 है। 5 वाला भी है, 5,000 का। उसमें क्या मिलेगा तेरे को पता नहीं। हाँ, स्ट्रीम देख पाएगा, लेकिन स्ट्रीम देख पाएगा, स्ट्रीम तो देख पाएगा। एक मेरे को दिखा है। By the way, EDG's current coach were T1's coach when they won Masters. ऐसा क्या हो रहा है EDG के साथ पता नहीं, हमको भी नहीं पता। ट्रैप है ना, बचाना। आई नो, शिट, बच गया।
Pa' subirle esa chapa me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy tú que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos para darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la tu si van con un vuelo de ida. Me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy tú que estoy la es mentira.
भाई म्यूजिक अच्छा है इस बार। गेम भले लेफ्ट राइट हो गया रहेगा, म्यूजिक है। हाँ,
Jen Lee here with
Jen
T1
बोल दे।
KDG. Now that was the T1 we know and the T1 we wanted to see. In your last series against Team Liquid, you guys talked about how you struggled to adapt to the neon waylay from them, but that is not the problem you're going to have with EDG here today. So do you feel like that is the reason you guys were in full control of the game today?
일단 저희가 첫 경기라서 무대 적응 및 그다음 선수들이 폼을 못 찾은 것도 있고요.
मैच बहुत इजी था, ऐसा कुछ
오늘은
बोलेगा मजा आ जाएगा।
다들
मसाला।
약간 편안한 마음으로 임하기 때문에 조금 더 잘하고 있는 것 같고, 그리고 일단 조합도 저희가 네온 웨이레이 상대로 고전한 게 맞기 때문에 저희가 그거를 극복하는
बाय रिवर ओनी RJX Elder Frame गया चैंपियन 2023 0 पैंग। इनमें से सबसे क्लीन कौन सी वैंडल स्किन है? वैंडल स्किन मालूम नहीं, लेकिन सबसे क्लीन मेरी मेंबरशिप है।
Probably 150 and that might explain our good performance. And also comp wise, we're still kind of trying to adapt to the neon waylay, but yeah, it did help a bit with what happened in map 1. Now thank you so much KDG and hope you guys keep it up.
मेंबरशिप नेक्स्ट मंथ, इस मंथ नहीं ना करो यार विपुल भाई।
You heard Coach KDG there say,
बेच के मैं
we
थक
weren't
गया
feeling
हूँ।
too comfy on the stage.
ना करो।
But I think they're feeling pretty damn good now after the shellacking, Wyatt, that they just gave EDG.
भाई मजाक सेट कर, EDG इतना राउंड जीता है ना, उतना काश दोस्त मेंबरशिप और चाहिए मेरे को, बस और कुछ नहीं चाहिए। इतना सच मैं चाहता हूँ। हाँ,
बाहर रखा टेबल पर, चलेगा या अंदर रख तू, कल खाएगा तू।
मैं बाद में खाऊंगा। कितना पानी पूरी खाया तूने?
20
प्लेट?
20 सिर्फ
20 सिर्फ
वो
कैसा हो गया?
फ्रिज में रखा है।
3 प्लेट होता है 20।
आलू फ्रिज में रखा है,
हाँ,
बाकी सब टेबल पे।
बॉइल्ड आलू है या कच्चा आलू है?
अरे वो लोग जो देते हैं वही है। मैंने जो स्प्राउट्स बनाया था वो मैंने खा लिया।
पूरा खा लिया तूने?
हाँ।
फतेह की याद नहीं है तेरे को?
तू स्प्राउट्स के साथ कब खाता है?
अभी क्या खिलाया था तूने मेरे को?
स्प्राउट्स के साथ।
तो कैसे मेरे को समझा?
तो तेरे को अच्छा नहीं लगा तो फिर मैं खा गई।
कितना बचा के दे रखा है करके? क्या प्लान है अभी? क्या कहाँ से वापस रोल बॉक्स आ गया वैलो खेलना अरे देवेश तेरे गांड में कलर
But again, look at Kang. He is almost AFK essentially, holding short in a lot of these positions as T1 group on the opposite side and are just looking to overwhelm. It's very difficult when the whole point is that the chamber is supposed to be a big threat all around the map, and he's just static in one position and T1 get around it so easily.
Yeah. So
brother,
also
the
5 on 3s that were being lost as well. Just frustrating because it's not like they weren't in very winnable positions in these rounds.
Basics.
Something you were talking about before heading into this game. There was an issue in the prior, but it's
भाई वो क्या है बे वो क्यों नहीं है मेरे पास वो पिंक कलर का वो क्या है वो चुटकू सा हाँ चैट मेरे को चाहिए कौन है वो
And also, too, I mean,
in winning position.
It needs to be mentioned as well. Can we talk about Buzz's impact? He
10K likes पे 10K super chat whatever you want. कल से गोपाल भाई ने try किया 10K likes नहीं हो रहे.
That waylay was just oppressive, and there
we
was
have that नहीं है अपने पास.
You're just seeing on the executes when he's going in how much utility is being placed
नहीं है वो
to
अपने
get those
पास.
kills. That round where they countered the Viper's pit down short insta.
Is it right time to build PC or should I wait
Haunt goes over the top.
for prices to go down? Depend करता है on how rich you are.
Gets lit up by that initiator util. All of the other big execute rounds.
पैसे तो बना लो भाई.
From Izu so well placed in all of those
Izu
moments.
Was amazing
like late in the half when they just started steamrolling over that A side. So they just are so good on buy, man.
By the way, he 30 plus years and he wants Octopus.
And maybe the Kang operator having much more value over there. I'm just looking at the way that they navigated the Kang op in this attack half, thinking they're just going to do something similar again.
Yeah.
They're going to try to find out where he is, avoid him, hard hit the site.
And now they have 3 lanes that they could just kind of work around the map. It's a bigger map than Bind, so they can move wherever they want.
I think EDG have to really step up.
एक नया बल्बसौर आया हुआ है TRX वर्सेस TRX कॉम्स देखो 235 पे क्रेजी भरा है
Strat book as far as how they're setting up that defense. So they should be better on Haven.
Speaking of that strat book, though, let's actually send it over to Jen Lee. She's getting an opportunity with Autumn to hear his thoughts ahead of map 2.
Jen with Autumn of EDG. Now, Autumn, instead of the
10K likes, guys, Bunks by करेंगे clean save. 10K likes नहीं होते बे.
Giving it a little bit of a change in composition. And it seems like the general theme for EDG here in Masters Santiago. So heading into Haven, where you do run the chamber as well, what are some adjustments that you can make so that you get more value out of Kang and his operator?
1.5 साल पहले के लिए
일단 특히 수비에서 체인버가 잘 활용을 하려면은 그 체인버가 라인을 잡고 있는 다른 라인에서 체인버가 없는 라인에서 다른 선수들이 공격적으로 라인을 뺏기면 안 되는데 이번 바인드에서는 그게 안 돼서 졌다 생각을 하고
कोई बोला
반대로 저희가 그 준비가 잘
EDG
되는 맵이기
2-0 easy
때문에
lose lol मैंने बोला था भाई हारने वाला EDG 2-0 इस बात को सुना नहीं बराबर वो डीपी देखो ना वो मास्क के वजह से सुना कम दिया मेरे हिसाब से EDG 2-0 हारेगा बोला था मैंने टैग वाला 400 मेरी जान कर दे ये तो मैंने भी बोला मच्छर कैसा आया
we are well prepared. We're prepared to work as a team to make the strats work around the chamber, so I think we could put up a better performance. Thank you, Autumn, and good luck.
I agree that they'll probably have a deeper strat book in order to put up a better performance on Haven. At the moment, though, they're tied in terms of at least rounds won at a global event with MIBR in Toronto. So that would only happen if they got 13-0'd. Obviously, they would tie with 19. But, you know, you haven't had a great experience out here yet. Buzz trolling a little bit with the veto hover for a second, and then, oh no, I will be playing the Neon actually. But this is all about getting Kang in better positions. And honestly, I feel sad saying that because they should have way more win conditions, a team like EDG. And yet, The only one that we've seen this tournament at all is Kangkang has to play like a literal god.
I am in university.
I'm going to need
में कैसे
CB on
apply
this map
करूं?
to rein it in, man,
उसके
because he
लिए
had
आपको
those moments on
university
Vine where he
से
was
बाहर आना
trying to do
पड़ेगा।
too much. Away advantages
कैफे
by
जाना
being
पड़ेगा,
caught, and we
PC
saw
में
that on him in
गेमिंग
the
करना
other day.
पड़ेगा
This has to be
और
his best
रैंक
map
पुश
of
करना
this
पड़ेगा
tournament so
और
far,
उसके
or else
बाद
EDG will be going home early.
EDG needs to dig deep, but T1
उसके
just
बाद
needs to
wait करना
stay the
पड़ेगा।
course. Let's send it over to your casters, Pansy and
Yep.
Hypoc, for the call.
So far, it feels in Santiago there is nowhere to hide. If there are issues, they are seen. If you have weaknesses, they are exploited. And EDG just got basically what could have been an email on map 1.
Yeah, basically just completely absent from that first map. The issue being, well, I'd say the positive, right? EDG are starting on the...
Hello, Banga! 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 हेलो क्या मेरे घर में कोई है हेलो
Here, but I guess on the side of T1, if they don't feed into that, don't allow EDG to build any sort of snowball.
भाई ये क्या है ये फाइमेंसी
Alongside CB and Kangkang, maybe there's still hope.
There is a big difference in players at this caliber. When met with a brutal beginning, you can pick yourself back up. There, Chi-Chu has done just that. That's Mithul gone.
Picking up where he left off, Chi-Chu in the future really numbers up on that first map.
भाई पबजी में मॉर्टल को देख के ग्रो हुआ हूँ वैलो में आपको देख के ग्रो हुआ हूँ भाई बिग फैन अभी मास्टर्स हो गया जॉब सर्च कर रहा हूँ आपको ब्लेसिंग्स ये डन
I guess he's going to try and do what he can. If it's on his shoulders,
ये
so
भी
be
राउंड
it.
T1 जीत गया ना तो लग
गया dead to right. CB stuck around. And it's all on
Jaden
stacks now.
giving 5076 by
Well, 22 HP, they should have this.
सब हो जाएगा टेंशन मत ले मेरी जान जोड़े
Bye bye. There we go. EDG matching map 1 score.
Well, the bar is set now for improvement.
Help me, Michael. I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to upset
Again,
the
it just
TN fans, Michael.
It got a little weird there when the response comes from T1. I mean, Chi-Chu does really well to find two more in garage.
I think आपको कोई मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हुआ है मैंने कहा था PRX वर्सेस DRX का वॉइस कॉम्स वाला वीडियो देखो उसमें दवाई ने क्रेजी बोला इसलिए मैं आपको बोला मैं बल्बस और नहीं डिग्लेट
Surely they get the second. There is a stack towards A-Long.
डिग्लेट टू आप बोला तो excuse me
Players there. CB. Oh dear. That's a bulldog. Could be recovered. I think it should be able to be. Nobody's near enough that he could potentially go and grab that. But they're really repositioning. I like this. They're looking for those small win conditions, those small moments, and they might find another here. Nobody is going to fall. Chi-Chu falls. This is not what I want to be seeing. It's a 3v.
Gun भी मिल गया chat.
Smoggy's turned around. Thank God for Kangkang. Thank God. As Meteor was the one who wasn't with that 4-play pack.
Love you मेरी जान करते W subscriber अरे इसलिए तो मैं बकचोदी करता हूँ अपनी ये सारे है कि नहीं
Kangkang scope in hand, yes 35 HP, but there's no way Meteor gets out of this smoke, right?
8 bullets, 2 to find. There we go. Thank God for Kangkang. Everything's fine. That's all you need every single round. One of your players to get 3 kills. It's good.
मैं टिप्स देता हूँ जेफ बनाने का है सिंगल नहीं रह सकता है मैं अभी और क्यों नहीं रह सकता भाई
They're trying to be a little bit naughty with it, right? Play those 4-play stacks. Take a
तुझे हो रहे
really
तो
big risk,
इसगार्ड
get
लगाओ
really active.
ये क्या बात
You
हुई
know that EDG are going to feel a little bit shaky.
Absolutely, yeah. You want to absolutely apply pressure in these early rounds.
कंकंग बोलते हैं
Force EDG.
क्या आपको कभी एवरेज जोनस और लेडीज जैसे वैलो छोड़ दोगे और तुम के लिए किसी और गेम पे तुम के लिए अरे क्या चेहरे क्या ये तुम के लिए तुम कौन हो
So we'll enable some rotations.
ट्रांसलेटर है कोई
Confirm here with the drone down through sewers as well.
Bro ये लोग काउंटर हो गया एडीजी ये राउंड एडीजी कमिट करने वाला है ओमेन स्पॉटेड है नहीं
Oh no.
Well, Izu, you have been given a gift.
वो लोग कमिट करने वाले हैं
Might deny a little bit of it in quick movement. Oh, Izu! That's stunning! And a mistake gets
Bola
punished.
counter
And
ho
frustration showing for EDG,
gaye.
as that could have been a lovely step in the right direction. The two heavy hitters thus far, though, still alive. But look at Kong's HP.
Barely. 11 HP here. Buzz still controlling the space elsewhere. I mean, they would need a miracle to get the spike out of this situation.
आज मेरा birthday. Many happy returns of the day, मेरी जान का day.
Kong, good as you may be,
And happy Holi.
you get much play into this. You might get one, but it's then getting the spike, getting any further. I mean, it would be legendary if he does, but and again, the map still feels completely under control. I think they're just trying to.
बाप रे क्या ट्राइड कर रहे
Not
बे.
going to happen. Munchkin's already taken away Kong. As Chichu's options become 0.
5v1 में भी वो लोग push नहीं कर रहे, smoke कर रहे बे.
Still going to be some money for the buy here if Chichu can hold on to this rifle. Well, he's a buy.
Buzz is getting closer. I think Chichu's heard it. Chichu, can you hold on to this? It's a prized possession. He's done well there. And I think he should be safe for now. So EDG gonna have to bow out of this one. And again,
भैया जी, आप कैसे हो? और मैं बोल रहा हूँ, चाइना वर्सेस चाइना का मैच क्यों नहीं दे रहे हैं राइट वाले? भैया, मुझे G2 वर्सेस T1 देखना है. मैं बात करता हूँ आज रात को मीटिंग. Still thinking about Wayne and Nards Bugs भाई. तेरा नाक बीच में आ रहा है.
Very small miss and it's a disaster for EDG. Right back in will be shaky.
Yeah, and CB trying to play ahead of this with Smoggy. Izu really close by. I don't think. Oh, what a turn from Izu! 1 HP, not going to be able to live any further. But in the meantime, Buzz got Chichu down, so the numbers are sitting very well with T1. Up for the brawl, up for a fight. They bring it into a 2v2. EDG at least have some safety in space. They don't know how much. So
workout tips easy.
Look at the HP though.
Workout के लिए भाई मेरे जैसे वो करो.
Kong at 72.
Legs day और biceps day, ये सब back to back करना पड़ेगा rotations में. Leg, biceps, leg, biceps, leg, biceps.
From EDG towards lobby.
और hair care का भी simple है. दिन में 3 बार नहाने का. दिन में 3 बार नहाने का.
Both rifles here. I mean, if Munchkin's full on challenging towards long, chance to open up the A site.
Yeah, they certainly could.
Language,
relatively safer now, but when does that want for information?
Language.
It's there, and he's actually got the drop on him. Oh! For Kong though, hits a great shot.
भाई Kong बचेगा लग रहा है मेरे को.
Cover a little bit of that HP down to 39. Has ult, not going to utilize it, and he looks for the fight. Spots him out. This has to be clean, and it's not Meteors there.
नहीं बचा पाया रे.
Nice stuff from T1 again, taking risks, but taking names.
Heavy lead.
Beautiful
attacking map.
Immediately.
Ults आता था, सब आता था यार.
You're just so worried he's not going to find anything off that. Yes, it sets the rest of the play in from long.
Yeah.
Izu does so well to adjust it. See what he sees here. It's the ping on the recon.
Thank you for the 400 मेरी जान के रोटे श्रीवास्तव.
Unfortunately, the numbers just T1 in this situation.
तीसरा नहीं, चौथा शायद.
Kong with a great catch, but the damage was already done early on. It's a really tough 1v1 to win. Stacks liking what you're seeing.
Yeah. I mean, that's 2 big rounds. They've gone quite close as well. That's quite hard for EDG to
yeah, I mean, fighting back into this map for sure.
Yeah.
So the force will be popped here by Kong, which will probably send T1 a little further back into a passive hold.
Oh!
What's coming online here? Both sides got the Hunter's Fury for Stacks and the TP for Izu.
Binks भाई कल डम का birthday.
Apply a little bit of pressure here towards mid.
Oh, हाँ तुम.
Just going to be caught there off the drop. Sorry, but I'd see Smoggy better on the spam.
That's lovely. That's a big
Lenzy हो तुम Lenzy.
So nobody looking to clear garage this time. Meticulous. Let's get info on Munchkin. Don't quite know about Buzz yet. That operator is in play. Yet to rattle off a shot. So if they try and scale through garage,
इसका Pokemon का तो Pokédex में भी info नहीं है.
This orb just causes so many problems on a couple of these key angles in garage. Again, creates a question mark for EDG to play behind.
Not going to be able to get the info on Kong's whereabouts, but Stacks
तो
wants
मरने वाला है.
And just a little check. That's really nice. That does allow for the rotation from Meteor to come in as well. So they've got at least 2 bodies here. So do they want to try and hold on site? They do. Trying to play backside here. They're going to go forward. CB couldn't get his gun out in time. Meteor and Stacks making mincemeat of EDG. They're now stuck towards long. They have to bank on maybe Chichu giving them something. But you already highlighted. Munchkin's making it really hard to work here.
Bro, Neon ने आवाज दिया है और वाइपर का फ्री किल है. Oh my god.
Still trying to do damage. 5 HP.
Oh no, there's no options. And nobody left. Nothing to do but die. T1.
Keeping control.
Just all over the place from EDG. Trying to basically hit 2 different sites here after taking casualties.
I love that little recheck from Stacks as well. The aggro not enough to really quell that.
Bold here, but CB again is just full confidence. And it's just totally lacking.
enjoy करके खेल रहे बे लोग.
I said maybe just reading that it's just one player towards
मैं बोला था
A,
T1 जीतेगा. बोला था कि नहीं.
It's a roll of the dice. As soon as you see the nano pop there, really an opportunity to cancel.
Hey, Sonny, hey.
CB just not quick enough.
Buzz, man.
He's playing insane today.
Over-delivering. Already taken away Chichu. Frees up those rotations. Back towards stacking out B with his potential utility. CB again, it was a wild attempt. Nobody, great shot. But again, the bodies are here. It's scrappy at the best of times. But they've got themselves again in a 2v2.
Ooh, the pit actually...
You
an attempt to cover the spike here, but also a little misdirection, yeah.
Oh, it's so sick from Munchkin. He's seen both. Smoggy is dead. Munchkin.
That's just beautifully done here. The misdirection from the pit.
Big brains, big brains.
Immediately.
That's so good from him. Just understanding the opponent's wants.
He knows they're desperate, right?
Yeah. Oh.
CB at least here finds the opener. A couple of beautiful shots coming out from EDG. Just can't get across that second or third hurdle within the mid-round.
Don't hate on any player. भर दूंगा. मैं बता रहा हूँ.
EDG though. So much to play with.
गाड़ी दो chat.
So what the operator here for Buzz for me
पलटू.
is the
मैं क्या
issue.
पलटू भाई? मैं तो बोला बाप पलटा हूँ.
One player on the other side of this side for EDG is CB. Trying to posture up a little bit. Trying to clear through short.
भाई इतना जल्दी क्रिकेट नहीं रंग नहीं बदलता जितना जल्दी आप बदलते हो. भाई ऐसा लगा कि टरेट ने किल लिया बे. उसने हेडशॉट मारा लग रहा था.
They now know there's more bodies behind it. They didn't quite get contact on A-Long with that out drone, but they're not really willing to back away. They don't need to. They still have 5 players up and a couple of ults to play with. Meteor now goes walking, finds another body, drops it. Kung on the trade, but the numbers down sitting very nicely for T1. They still have Munchkin in a great position here.
T1 just so happy with these sorts of rounds where they can just swing back and forth, catch a play here and there.
Bape kya hai smoke?
Kung trying to make progress towards A, but there's still 2 players from T1.
Well, look how deep Buzz is. He's felt nothing.
इस पे पूरा analysis करना पड़ेगा लग रहा है.
So they can put bodies to this. They'll leave Munchkin just to be safe on B.
First time देखा ये वाला
hold in case there is that late lurk or a late split. But they can just leave these 2 players with 20 seconds. Chichu gonna catch a chance, but that's dwindled now. 17 seconds. Where do you go? Look who's in spawn. Buzz is waiting, and Izu. You got to pull the trigger now, buddy. There it is. The crowd's starting to kick up. But with 8 seconds, they've got the wrap on them. They can't even go back down B long or down middle, should I say. Buzz was waiting. This is systematic from T1. Mike, they are in such good control of this game.
TDG again, just not quick enough to make a decision here. Similar issue, like I said, they struggled massively in the downtime when Gentlemen were calling freezes previously here on Haven. Just doubting themselves. A little bit of split focus alongside that just leads to disaster after disaster. 5 unanswered now. EDG will call a timeout.
But I also quite like how adaptable T1 are being to an extent. We're seeing a dash of aggression down middle there from Meteor. We saw that push down C-Long with the operator. These small things are just keeping that map information perfect for T1. It's risky. You're putting bodies on the line to get information, but it's working wonders. As you said, with that little hesitation from EDG of where they want that end goal to be, it's just perfect for T1. This is just lovely. So a timeout. not too surprising. EDG need
हेलो
answers.
बस मैं वैलोरेंट नहीं खेलता बट आपका यूनिवर्सिटी को फॉलो करता हूँ ओनली मैं मजा आता है क्या देखने को भाई सोच अगर खेलेगा और फुल गेम नॉलेज है और देख के कितना मजा आएगा
around these ultimates. We need to see them go towards something they've practiced
भाई ऐसा लग रहा है आज का पहला कप चाहिए
execute the game plan.
Yeah.
Because right now their understanding of what's going on around the map just isn't solid enough for them to sit in this default, rely on potentially Kang or CB to find openers that aren't really well invested.
Over prep or under prep?
Winning out those engagements. Like I said, they're happy in those sorts of rounds.
I think
especially
very much under confidence. Prep bhi nahi.
He's doing brilliantly. And it's nice to see this for T1 because look, they had a really hard game to start with. I think it was closer than people can kind of walk away if they only saw the scoreline of it in certain extents. I think they played a decent enough game, but at this point, this is elevation from them. I like seeing it, and here's some more versatility for you. Buzz, willing to go for an opportunity. Oh, it's rewarded again. Nobody gone.
वो लोग LAN पे खेल रहे हैं, LAN पे.
About the 1 minute 35.
Ping 1 है. LAN पे है वो लोग.
Something together here on a lesser purchase.
CB's trying. Yeah. That's a big investment. That's a big kill though. Munchkin gonna go down, but Buzz still holding space. He just slips ahead. It takes off EDG's. T1, they are everywhere EDG want to go.
Building masses of momentum now. Still have the pit, the Hunter's Fury to work with here for EDG. Will be coming back in on the
clean round.
Chat. Just so many people on the other side of that peak. Set up once more outside window.
जीत गए आप तो जीत गए 6 राउंड तो बहुत ज्यादा होता है
EDG now.
I think we all are.
It's just
लाइन पे कैसे खेलते हैं वायर डाल के.
They have many tools, so you'd hope they just stack up and try and play these strings. But Buzz again will take Kang out of the round. Again, low-hanging fruit, but that's the guy you look to in rounds like this to be able to just brute force the sight.
Look at the other side of the map.
Offshot quick zoom दिया है बे.
They have the turret set up, I'm pretty sure, to catch if they do make any progress through Garage, and there'll be a reaction. And then look at the deeper position from Munchkin. They are getting a little creative. I like it. Take a couple of risks. Why not? I don't mind it. And if they don't check this, okay, thank God for that. EDG at least crossing that one off,
वहाँ पे कोई jumping करता तो नहीं होता तो चल.
Well, issue being, Izu's
actually... There's an alarm bot behind that.
Izu's actually posted up on the top of the box here. Buzz, he's going to know the spike as well.
Oh, luckily they got that back in hand quickly, but they're just
being herded. There's still 2 players on this side of the map,
smoking towards sewer, so Izu can just watch this. You got stacks waiting in case they come up towards long, unaffected by the paranoia. Gonna stop. Oh yeah, I mean this is on the back of Chichu trying to do something miraculous for EDG.
30 seconds left.
But Buzz in the back lines. When do they consider it?
भाई नियॉन का वो वाला मोमेंट हो गया ना कोई तो मार रहा है.
None the wiser. Doesn't even get the voice line off. Doesn't quite spot out Smoggy until then. On the hunt now, Buzz looking out for blood. Denied. Smoggy holds on tight.
And it's Chichu to step up and be the hero. Once more for EDG to try and get this one across the line. Smoggy finding his second kill. At a crucial moment.
गन रहता तो मार देता था.
Buzz just looking to run rings around him.
हाँ मस्ती तो था मस्ती तो था.
Response found here will keep it within 3. Still hope left for EDG.
6-3. देख प्रॉब्लम है कि हाफ तो वैसे भी जीत गए बे. 6-6 हो गया तो भी हार गए. क्यों चल रहे लोग? सच्ची वाली बात है. चैट लाइक करो. सॉरी बंक्स भाई आज के लिए मेरा बहुत टिल्ट किया. आपका अभी बस चुपचाप विजिट देखता हूँ. Who face purple crying? मतलब आज के लिए बहुत टिल्ट किया आपका. किधर है ट्रांसलेटर? ओ आज के लिए बहुत टिल्ट किया मेरे को. अच्छा अच्छा आपको आपको समझा.
EDG aren't walking towards it, so they can keep someone like Buzz present on C. They can keep the pressure down on A long, but Chichu's the one who's been standing up for EDG, but quickly falls down. And now the pivot through Garage. Buzz waiting. Does he get what he wants? Mikyu's
go on!
I thought they lined up. Oh God, he is looking lethal on the backside. There's nobody in Smoggy trying to piece something together, but nothing feels available.
कर सकता है बग मैं PRX का next match कब होगा playoff में 400
Now huddled into garage will freeze, force T1
400 या 400
He's going forward here. He's creeping.
Too much on this one. I think they were pretty good.
Bye,
for 3
man.
seconds, but he wants the job done. He's got places to be.
Confidence, man.
You've got to know there was another behind this. And with Buzz back sight, the cross might be the death of him into the smoke and hoping for the best. 9 seconds not going to happen. It's T1 again. Just the information game is theirs from start to end.
Will break the bank as well. Just when EDG
बोला था कि बोला तो नहीं बोला तो था बोला कि नहीं मेरा खत्म bridge
is still available, but the buy is not going to be pretty, if anything. Kang just one away from the tour de force. Maybe fight for an orb here, but it almost baits T1 into maybe contesting both extremities here. You can see the ping over towards C-Long there. Absolutely going to challenge it.
पागल हो गया second last round.
Yeah, and a very quick start as well. Buzz is straight down C-Long. They've evacuated A, respecting the ult coming through in the pace and the tempo.
Right Kali.
Give it up now. They got the lockdown.
Oh, you're right. Meteor getting closer now. No
कुछ है counter उसका
so no
नहीं है.
worries in that front. CB clearing. But you got to feel as though you're walking into a trap here. Stax knows it.
Oh.
And there's that lockdown. There's the chip damage on the shock darts.
अब
The Owl drone just waiting for their moment.
अब क्या plan है भैया जी?
It doesn't feel comfortable as Buzz closing in as well.
Oh, the snake bite not fully clearing into the corner there.
Buzz is quick. Buzz is really quick here. Chichu's heard it. He's got to get his gun out and get ready. He calls it in, and he's got the shot. In the meantime, he's just taking out TB. T1's on the clear side. And wait! Did they just steal that away?
In the wide open as well.
Oh,
I didn't even catch the defuse
no,
going
me
through
neither.
there.
Show me the replay.
करेंगे क्या?
How the hell did they get away with that? I
और
thought they
कभी
were
से
still
बाहर
bodies
आए
on long to
पीछे
fight
से
back
नियॉन
in.
प्रेशर आए चारों बंदे साइड में.
That's just inside the smoke.
सामने blind हो रहा है.
Oh,
just no pressure back towards sight. And again, 2 kills come through. Kang
तो इसको मार दे रहा है फिर भी वो माउस घुमा रहा है वो.
It's as simple as that. The lockdown just securing the round at 41. Tour de force here. That's about it for EDG.
Let's play.
ये इंडिया में टूर्नामेंट कब से है?
On the hunt once more.
नाम विटी वॉरियर है और बात देखो. Bro, common sense है कि नहीं? कहाँ से देख रहे तू ये मैच?
The second layer to that is Izu here with the operator.
By 9-3.
Chichu again found some space.
इंडिया में हो रहा है भाई.
Can he get any further progress here? Stax is already cognizant. Yeah.
There's something in his mind that's gone. I don't like that, but I like this discipline as well from T1. An aggressive start. They fall back. They got man advantage. And they give up the A side. They can play retake. They don't need to overstay their welcome. They still got a lot of kit on Izu, a lot of kit on Stax. Buzz still sitting pretty good on Util. This is nice. This is good quality Valorant from them. Now, whether we see them stick the land,
he meant VC से ऐसा है क्या? Sorry. ये मैं ना हो रहा.
Play into this. You're not getting.
Sorry, I would like to apologize.
They have to work so hard to even find something feasible to work with. Plant will come through here, but it's a full 5v3 retake for T1.
Blind recon गुस्सो.
Standing ahead.
कुछ नहीं कर सकता चार.
Can they scale out correctly? Still some dangerous players. Chichu breathing. Always command a little bit of my attention. At the very least, crossfire between nobody and Chichu. That's what they're banking on here. Chichu sent forward, falls. Now the follow-up can't get it done just yet. Buzz breaking the ankles of nobody, but still, Chichu trying as best he can, leaving CB in a winnable scenario. A quick reposition and understanding of where Meteor is. This is big from CB. Keep your calm, keep your nerves, and give yourself a damn chance. 4 rounds. A Red Bull clutch, keeping EDG alive.
He wanted rounds from CB, and he delivers one here. Call it a lifeline.
No wonder 1 million
EDG after a brutalizing first half. Following suit from Bind as well. Again, there's a chance to come back here. EDG certainly putting up a fight here on the second map.
Meter इतना slow Frank. अभी यहाँ पे कोई long पे खड़ा रहता तो इतना late आके मारता तो ओके होता था ना.
8-4. Let's find out if there's still fight.
Slow flank बराबर था लेकिन blind recon किधर है? इसका मतलब था मास्टर्स सैंटियागो जैसा मास्टर्स मुंबई.
Red Bull gives you wings.
मास्टर्स मुंबई चाहिए. क्या टाइम पे गाना है बे? हाँ भाई, किसको मास्टर्स मुंबई चाहिए? नाचो. मास्टर्स दादी नाचो नाचो. नाम में जितना लेटर्स होते हैं प्लेयर्स नहीं इधर. भाई म्यूजिक सेक्सी है ना लेकिन. दुम तक 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 दुम तक तक. Chat like करो. We are very close to 10k likes मेरी जान के
They're not done yet. But a reminder, if you're just tuning in, if you don't know the stakes, this is elimination. There is nothing to be left outside of the server now. No time for excuses, and no time to do it again. So you got to turn up now. T1 has elevated in my eyes, Mike. They've looked far
very close.
better
वो
on
तो
the
glitch
same
का
page,
दिखाई
and
नहीं
they're
दे रहा
not making
भाई.
mistakes.
एक बार लाइक करके तो देखो.
Struggled with previously. Again, it was losing out on advantages, particularly on the defensive
Spotify
side.
में प्लेलिस्ट है मास्टर सैंटियागो का. मैं रोज सुनता हूँ. मैंने आज तक Spotify यूज नहीं किया.
When to commit, being punished time and time again by gentlemates. Certainly something they have to have picked up in the review.
कैसे निकालेंगे चैट? EDG कुछ तूफान ही करना पड़ेगा वो लोग को.
These are fixable things. Whether or not they have is what we wait and find out. Look at Munchkin though. Going to put some pressure on Kung Kung's position, but for now it is T1 very much eyeing up this B site. Very passive hold as well from Meteor down towards C-Long, looking to potentially catch CB, and he does. They've read them very nicely here.
Nobody still guarding B site.
Kung
Kung now on.
Yeah, hold up. They're trying to quickly pivot, but actually T1 just going into the blender. That's good. EDG, right place, right time. Kung Kung
Munchkin गया.
Does get the kill.
बचने का कोई रास्ता ही नहीं था क्या वहाँ पे?
As necessary as it feels now, but I guess they've got freedom on one side of the map, so they can start figuring out where to go and how they want to approach this. They're clearing back
Master Andrew West होना चाहिए next.
EDG to get back towards
That's
C
it. मैं बात करता हूँ. आज रात को बात
Stacks
करता
down
हूँ.
to 20 HP. Meteor has to do the heavy lifting.
Looking for that pick and see if he can fall back from it, right? But they're already doubled up. Not cleared.
Meteor safe passage.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this worries me because I don't think nobody was looking this way. Meteor, the timing goes down. Kung Kung gonna keep this one looking good for EDG. 3 kills in the round and a chance to build up in the second half.
Kung Kung ने फिर से निकाला. अभी तो मैं tag होता 179 मेरी जान के डे.
Almost
like
URB, but the pivot from T1 caught just at their about to make through garage.
Most likely.
Smoggy and Chichu in that regard. And Munchkin, I think maybe spotted just as he's retreating back towards lobby. Unfortunate the timing of that kill to come through because he is basically the whole map to play with.
Kung Kung है.
Okay. It's round by round it. Buzz the only threat, I guess, maybe outside of Meteor to a smaller extent, but EDG, let's keep.
उसका अभी तक गंदा गेम नहीं गया ना वैसे देखा जाए तो.
Okay, early contact and now burst from T1. Chichu has to back away.
Balance.
We have a slip of a player here, and it's Buzz taking away Chichu. Good trade from nobody. Meteor's gotten further ahead. They could pause
He's
for
in
a
the
second.
smoke here.
Yeah, they could absolutely pause, and they found a weaker player. Kung Kung tagged up before us. T1 re-hit. Nobody has to go above and beyond to try and keep this one in hand. CB's position should be safe, and Smoggy secures it. Bloody elbow.
यार दोनों अलग-अलग डायरेक्शन में चले गए यार.
During this chaos here, T1
आराम से reset करके एक साथ खेलते तो होता था.
Meteor again slipping the net.
2030 में अहमदाबाद में कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स है, 2036 में ओलंपिक्स पॉसिबल है, 7 में मास्टर्स अहमदाबाद करवा दो, डांस इट 2046 में टेंशन ना लो.
Obviously to offset that slightly, but yeah, I mean it's a Bucky, a Bulldog, and a Guardian.
Okay, but this gives them a step. It's still. I'm waiting for it.
You say
scared, Brett. Oh.
Buddy.
Kung Kung's fine. He's gone out of there. All good. Managed to get nobody posted in towards sewer, and they still have 2 play positioning on that C side. T1's initial options limited.
उसका नाम कांकांग है तो इन गेम नाम ZDMJJKKQ है.
Munchkin, you have been seen.
मर्जी उसकी.
Shouldn't get away with much here. There's a lot more of T1 players coming.
Well, I was going to say, actually, it's a perfect move from T1 on the back of that information. Issue being nobody posted up here with a Bucky.
Here we go. Nobody. That's 1. That's not 2, but Kung Kung luckily still here. The paranoia does just whiz past. Not going to find what they need.
Bye-bye, Kung Kung.
All right, still EDG very much in hand. 4 players backside here. T1 banking on Stacks, who's dropping bodies. I'm still waiting for this one to feel secure, but it's just not. Stacks going to see both here. Oh, T1 just paused for a second to find everything they needed.
Dumudgal, thank you for the membership, Dumudgal.
Top of the board now for T1. Hunter's Fury,
this time.
Hunter's Fury in hand for him. Again, difficult round for EDG to win, given the inventory brought in here, but plenty of damage done. I think it's necessarily going to cause a massive issue for the buyback.
भाई वो प्रेडिक्ट किया बे उसने स्लाइड मार के आएगा करके. याद है मैंने एक बार ऐसा मारा था नियॉन को.
Yeah, this is the one EG really need to springboard themselves into a string of rounds.
का read on tops.
Right? Like you're still very much in the game. 9-6
एक का स्पेस ले शॉट का कोई नहीं है और अब मंचकिन को पता है कि ऊपर हो सकता है.
Smoggy's been left alone for a little while. Nobody has made it over towards the A site. C-Long being checked. I like this. Okay, our drone towards Long. Going to spot out at least 1. In the meantime, they can post up CB down on C-Long. Free up Kung Kung for potential rotations. I like this.
Pulling back in. It looks as if T1... that could be a big bait, actually. The recall here.
भाई नियॉन को पुश करते करते वो लोग का रोटेशंस आ जाएगा ना.
He's a little unsure of where he wanted to be, but he's going to deal the damage back. CB's going ahead just on the owl drone. That's lovely. Munchkin not wanting to trade apparently. CB going to be on for another. He's not denied. T1 still trading in effectively somehow. Chichu going to be denied. Trying to drop down towards Garage. So one's going to be in here.
He's still a little behind the curve here.
नहीं ना rotation changed के ना chat.
Do have a paranoia, got some good util on nobody as well. Certainly a chance to make something happen here, especially with Buzz tagged down to 20 HP.
Yeah, but look at Buzz getting pretty active in this. Ah, that's kind of wild. Catching the timing on the paranoia.
My God.
Oh, it's punishment. Nobody, you got no options. Time to back away. This outcome is rough, Mike. That's double digits for T1. And this was the round that could have brought EDG right back.
This is the one that they ultimately want to stabilize off of in terms of the finances, in terms of just about getting to this first ult cycle. Chichu's still less than halfway to the pit.
11-6.
A huge tool on the defense.
11-6, उनका ult आ रहा. Oh fuck, chat. 13-6 game खत्म.
Looking to stretch their legs now. In touching distance of closing this series. Again, CB with a chance to really run away with this round.
Yeah. I thought he was going to double down on that.
Yeah, I mean, the stun almost catching. Here, just a little hesitation from Smoggy. He's looking to set up smokes and buzzed with 20 HP
कौन सी region की team में by the way Frosh language forehead.
Confidence is there, can't you? Really.
Right, T1 obviously T1 region की team है भाई.
We've alluded to it in
ये भी नहीं मालूम.
Importance of this round. I think T1 reading that early utility quite nicely. CB will at least get to claim A-Long as a start.
इसका मतलब इसने vlog में देखा है
on the other side of the map.
Happy Holi Bunks, bye Pinkity और आपके मम्मी पापा को भी happy Holi, love you, same to you Arush Srivastava, bye.
Off the back of it.
Happy Holi to you too, Gurijan.
So that's getting a double. Munchkin's down too.
Okay, game on, fight on. Buzz still standing on the site here. Where's the fight back? There it is in the form of Kung Kung. Tour de force. There's him apart. Meteor put to work. Trying to stall out on this spike.
Stax has still got Hunter's Fury though, so they can buy a lot of time here. But
oh my god.
Meteor has to get a kill.
He does, he's trying, he's not got it though.
Shit.
And I think Stax knows there's issues. The shock dart not enough. He sent another one, but nobody's sitting on this. And here it comes. He tries to back away in time, so half is achieved. Stax, this would be legendary, not gonna happen. They made sure it didn't. There's the grit from EDG we were waiting for.
Thrifty to get them back into this. Ken, a chance to really run down the clock here, but it's forced standing from EDG. The Hunter's Fury just not going to do enough in this situation. Great response here, and this is on the back of proactivity towards A to get this orb, give them an opportunity to contest this B site hit. Kung Kung delivering with the tour de force as well, as we've come to expect. Operator back in hand for him.
बोला था कि नहीं हाँ या ना इतना बोलो बस बोला था कि नहीं चैट कम बैक आ रहा है yep
I'm just looking to cause issues once more with this A long low
longship किधर है playoff में कम बैक आ गया ये राउंड EDG देगा 10-8 उनके पास पैसा नहीं है 10-9 उसके बाद अल्ट रोटेशंस 10-10 10-10 तक का तुम लोग को वो दे दिया मैंने
Nope. They're here pretty quick on this, so CB has to be pretty rock solid. I think they feel it though. You can see that lean of rotation, no contact elsewhere. Starts to feel a bit obvious. There's the check, there's the body. Stun to follow, nobody does well. Takes away Munchkin. Can't get the follow-up. Okay, floodgates now open, and T1 flood the site. There's the Hunter's Fury, but Stax not finding the same success as Smoggy. They control the site itself, leaving Meteor and Stax. Very limited amounts to play with here, and EDG having the numbers and having what could be a key round. Stax can't do it, EDG. Very nice. That is a big round to win.
No solid info here for Stax to follow up with the Hunter's Fury. A chance to really punish that position towards Graffiti, but the pressure here from CB just enough. Their head above water. Yeah, you got to credit EDG's read on the map. As you said, no contact elsewhere. A wild commitment to the spray from Buzz.
Fuck, अगर लग जाता था ना ओमेन को.
Unfortunately, he can't find the second. It's Chi-Chu to seal the deal. We'll see the T1 timeout here.
लोगो चेंज किया है क्या? हैं जी?
The money not going to be there to support a purchase, but a couple of ultimates locked down.
Not even close. No, come back here, come back here.
You've got a TP for Izu. Bucky in hand, but Buzz does have his
so
ultimate.
Region hashtag one direct playoff में जाते हैं. Obviously, bhai.
I mean, it's a tall order on a lesser buy, but certainly have to feel as if it's around Buzz.
Yeah, I think
कमेंट बोलते हैं मर्सी अच्छा मजदूरी सही चल रही है तू बता
EDG started to win the momentum game in my mind too, starting to get some stability behind them, starting to figure out that form that we've been waiting to see kicked into effect.
No, come back.
Responding in probably the right way, just slowing things down themselves here, having a chat, having a check-in.
10-10 bola to bola, simple.
Look, we've all been kind of talking, I don't want to say talking down EDG, we've been talking accurately about their form.
I think, well, holding them to the standard that we
they
should.
Are currently
Masters के बाद क्या होगा? एक और Masters.
Potential highs, we just haven't seen
दो
that
Masters
really
और एक chance
so
होता है एक साल में.
If this is enough to maybe reignite a little bit of that, I'm all aboard. We all know what they can look like when the ball gets rolling, when things start looking good.
एक गाली सेरा मोड से मेरे दे रे पूरा हो रहा मैंने इसके बाद
poised and patient as
3,
ever.
2,
I say that, not so patient
1.
now. Looking like he wants to hunt towards that right side. Big shot. That's BuzzCon. He's still standing. He's still looking for more chances.
भाई वो लगा किसी ने second shot.
Given only
earned. पागल बंदा है बेचारा.
You take a trade every day of the week in that situation.
मुंह पे सामने चार बंदे ड्रोन आ रहा है रिवील आ रहा है कड़ा के मार रहे हैं बे
built something around it but
उसको ऐसा लगा कि लगा ना लेकिन नहीं लगा तुम लोग को लगा कि उसको लगा
Chi-Chu's got to play this to perfection, really.
Yeah, EDG now considering the rotation as T1 will drift away. Don't catch the A player of EDG.
To be fair, T1 have been quite consistent in going back to those A-site hits, so maybe a decent read.
Oh, फिर से भी जा रहा है.
For nobody.
He could be overwhelmed here.
Yeah, quite easily.
Oh, one and done position.
And they're going on this one. Nobody better be prepared. Going to get one, and he can't get the second. There's the overwhelm we were worried about. And that judge, let's see what that reset looks like for the post-plant. Kangkang's getting closer. The Viper's bit on top.
Well, lockdown as well.
Bloody hell, they want this one done. They didn't like it. They don't like that EDG were getting back in the game. As Meteor goes walking, finds a completely asleep on the wheel, Chichu. And EDG, did you forget who you're facing for a second?
Again, just leaving. Initially, this is leaving Chichu solo on A, and then they leave another player solo on B here to hold down an Antico in a committed position. This is a one and done with the way T1 are playing. It's never a solo endeavor in these sorts of rounds. EDG asleep at the wheel here.
That's a fumble in my eyes, because this was, again, a great timeout, good timing, but still, you can't be slipping at this point. T1 now with a chance.
10 out of 10 मेरे books में 10 out of 10.
Back with a good buy though. They do have the operator with Kangkang. They do have the ult with CB and a judge. They've got what they need. They have the tools ready.
Stack's going to figure out what's going on here. CB able to actually get away. Doesn't get spammed off the door. T1 feel as if they've created enough pressure here. Just can't find the shot. That could be the green light.
Oh, they're trying to go, aren't they? Here comes the TP as well. He is going to be surrounded if he wants to try and stand his ground and take the fight here. The heat-seeking missile has been removed. Izu going to eliminate that. Allow for the plant here. Actually denied by the shock darts.
Second one missing.
Yeah, Stacks given this now. That's time on T1's side.
Well, the paranoia to work with here.
Blind OP होएगा.
Slow down this retake coming through from EDG.
Yeah, I like that. Meteor, though, going to find Chichu. Meteor on the follow-up. Stacks on the swing. It's Meteor with 3.
Bro, blind OP था लेकिन. Blind OP था.
Unfortunately, EDG again is another round where somebody just has to go absolutely insane to turn the tides. Flip the odds in their favor. The adjustment from Kangkang ever so slightly off. Catches Buzz here, but Izu just sticks the TP in hell. And again, Kangkang here, he's in a spot where it's, I have to commit one way or the other, right?
I don't blame him for going down swinging. I don't really blame him.
Because it's an operator, right? If he gives up the site without finding a kill, it's not necessarily a playback input.
It's aggression from the word go. Izu instantaneous in finding CB. And even with that pit towards long, the map feels a little vulnerable here. They are trying to batten down the hatches, but T1 are playing a good game. Nobody wants info. And Kangkang wants a kill. He's going to get it.
Nice.
Oh, he stuck around for the second as well, committing to the spray. This is desperate, and it's dangerous. And Smoggy gets the backpedal. Izu slowed down. It's a 3v3. Chichu, brilliant. There, removing the threat on the A side of the map. Smoggy unwilling to relent.
Hear me out.
He wants Izu dead. He's got him. Buries him. There's Buzz on 20.
पैसा इतना बाप है देखो 12-9 है. अगर
17 to 15 though, he's not having a bad game.
Next round वो लोग जीतते हैं.
Map feels small.
सोवा अल्टी है.
Has he got the timing on Smoggy? I don't think so.
Kangkang का अल्टा आएगा. सोवा का मैन है. 12-9 हो गया. 12-9 में वो लोग का इकोनॉमी अम्मा बैन. तो हो गया 12-10. Hear me out. 12-10 हो गया. फिर बाद में 12-10 तक मीटर और स्ट्राइक्स का अल्ट आ जाएगा. लेकिन ये लोग नोबडी के अल्ट में एग्रेसिव जा पाएंगे. एग्रेसिव. ब्लो फॉर ब्लो, पंच फॉर पंच, लेग फॉर लेग. वो लोग दे सकते हैं. तो 12-10 वाला राउंड अगर जीत गया 12-11 और बाद में वापस वो लोग इको जाएंगे 12-12. OT is completely possible मेरे हिसाब से.
Yeah, fair play to Chichu on the other side as well. The pit towards long and still getting proactive. But the buy is still there for T1.
Are they looking to explode C?
I mean, Buzz got his ult and a judge, so...
Kung is here as well, though. It's not a light side of the map. Kung needs to be ready. He's had moments in this position, but Buzz is on the way. They don't know about Smoggy, and Kung's the one destroying them currently. He's taken towards backside, but by now there's barely any of them alive. Kung's reposition is nasty too. Vision limited, but they're trying to get out of there, and he's nothing to do about this round. Munchkin left adrift.
Hit a brick wall on the C-site hit in the form of Kung.
क्या position था भाई?
Smoggy just
sexy counter किया है, कुछ भी बोलो.
The TP just draws the eyes of T1 elsewhere.
ना?
Munchkin now put in a similar, well, much healthier.
बाप खेला, बाप पोजी, बाप खेला, read भी बाप था.
Elsewhere, I mean, ultimates.
अब जो मैंने बोला था वो होने वाला है.
EDG, there's still a chance.
देखो पैसे हैं
sort of purchase to follow this, but I mean with 3 way below.
पैसे है नहीं 12-10 हो गया. Next round में 2 ult versus 1 ult होने वाला है. लेकिन वो 1 ult भी 2 ult के पैसा एकदम बारीक कर सकते हैं.
I know it sounds silly in a 1v4, but I'm just happy to see discipline. I'm happy to see just.
Yeah, with what's
going on possible है तो मेरा भी है. मैं gold से plat आ जाऊँ पर आ नहीं पा रहा हूँ भाई. Immortal तक सब कुछ easy है. बस तुम लोग को मानना है और मेरे जैसे खेलने का. कीवर्ड मेरा जैसा.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
No.
क्या स्प्रे बे? क्या स्प्रे?
The expected outcome. Hello.
क्या स्प्रे दिया बे?
Of course it is.
12-10.
That was snappy.
Anti, actual anti.
I got really nervous.
He's droned.
He's
reconed.
They know where he is.
Beautiful catch here from Kung.
फटी थी एक बारी को. नर्व पे अगर एक वीडियो गेम देख के तुम्हारी फट रही है ना, देखो सिंपल है. तुम्हारी गाफ कमजोर है. एक बार चेक करो नियर बाय. वो लोग खेल रहे फट रही तेरी है, गाफ कमजोर है. सिंपल बात है. सिंपल गाफ. कुछ खाओ एकदम. बादाम बिदाम क्या उसका स्ट्रॉन्ग के लिए क्या होता है? वो सब खाओ नर्व भाई.
Wouldn't surprise me to see
फटी थी.
some level
4v1 है भाई.
And like you said, they've already kind of guaranteed.
4v1 में कैसे फटी थी? Easy था, easy.
I guess in terms of mind games, the psyche here.
आज कोई नहीं बच रहा. Equality.
Are going to be sweating bullets.
Normal लोग mod सब equality.
Play with nobody Smoggy and Kung who have theirs available here. Should be fairly comfortable in the purchase behind this as well. Anybody falls
ना करो यार, ना करो.
they find their 11th. Actually, yeah, packs a punch. T1 still want to probably make a go.
चलो big buy. 12-11.
I mean, set a second-year objective. Pull some ults out.
कुछ भी करके बिना 100 alt commit किए, बिना 100 alt commit के रहे ये लोग जीत जाए बस.
I guess let's see how much pressure you could apply to.
I mean, it's there's no way Kung's he's swapping back and forth on the buy, but you get the Hunter's Fury out here.
That's what I'm seeing if they can get done. Now Snacks. Let's check here. Yeah, can at least look left side. That's 3 players drawn towards the B side. Maybe how they wanted to imply they want to draw out the Hunter's Fury is just pressuring B so they can get a cheeky plant. Not going to happen. Being very careful on the way out, taking the long road here. We've had a player pushed up and holding the C long.
हाँ, गंदे player, कैसे बरिश भाई? Happy Holy Bridge and good day.
On the other side, right? CB down on A long. So almost a mirror. How this goes. Buzz being very loud about it, but Munchkin tried to start working. Didn't work out.
भाई CB का अच्छा खुशी था ना. Hello.
Might get caught. Oh my God, no! This is not how this happens. Thank God for Kung, but he takes a lot for it, and nobody's dead. It's still exchanged. They've got an upgrade for stacks.
Yeah, they got 2 rifles and a judge now.
Bro, Kung
low है. Threat. It was, can you get a win con?
Buzz will post up.
Oh my God, he's blind भी देने वाला है.
EDG are in the right place. They have.
ये लोग smoke, blind reveal और वो घुसेगा.
Still got a paranoia though.
Buzz Bars is in. Bars has found a victim! No, T1! Can Kung Kung save the day again?
10 HP!
It would need an ace to keep them alive in the tournament right here, right now. And they are watching, they are waiting. The issue with being an icon is they know what you're gonna do. 13 to 10. EDG bowing out as T1 right their wrongs.
भाई सेक्सी खेला एक्चुअल में सेक्सी खेला ब्लाइंड वाइड
Insane performance from Kung Kung
वो
here.
कैसे मारा बे लेकिन
It's just not enough to deliver a lifeline, take us to a third
लग रहा है
T1.
क्यूटी को मेरे को फुल भरोसा था T1 जीतेगा बोला था कि नहीं चैट 2-0
certainly the highlight previously here, but Buzz, Munchkin, and everybody stepping up for T1 today. All had their moment in the light. Unfortunately, as you said, EDG just falling short here.
बुरा लग रहा है यार
These guys are competitors, right? That's not how you want it to happen, but on the other side, on the flip side, for T1, it's a breath of fresh air. A chance to get away from under the heel, a chance to show what you can do. Turn the odds in your favor. Maybe a chance to go on a run. It's a long road still.
I mean, that Bayern performance is a statement to be made here of the form that T1 are bringing here in Santiago. Again, just to say it once more, Buzz playing a cut above. Coming into this series, really for me, Meteor, the person I was looking to really step up a little bit, show us what we know historically he's capable of, but for me, Buzz, man, it's just looking in tournament winning form.
Yeah, he is absolutely on form. I think that's a really good way to say it. That form looking like it carried from map 1 to map 2. And again, he's in unison as well. But yeah, this has been a good display for T1. A couple of worries and woes might be waning slightly now for the T1 fans, but still, EDG, it feels like it's still a lot to be done for this team in the future. Missing some of those key aspects that made them one of the best there is, but for now it's time to look towards the further distance T1 can run. We'll be hearing from them in the Verizon post-match interview.
Dearly, as your Indian fans, which team should we root for? Dearly, ideally, as your Indian
First of all, we heard that you can speak Spanish and you actually fluent. Can you teach me some words? Can you tell me some words in Spanish and also the audience?
How can you even ask, bro?
¿Qué pasa, hermano? Viva
Chile! Fighting. कुछ तो बोला चिले करके सुनाई दिया
was nice. And now
कुछ तो बोला
also
चिले
I want to talk to you about your performance. We saw your performance in Pacific, but now you're so good. This stage was the stage buff.
That's true. That's true.
스택스 선수 개인적으로 퍼시픽에서보다 산티아고 와서 훨씬 더 좋은 모습을 보여주는 것 같은데요. 비결이 있을까요?
일단 산티아고 관중분들이 뭔가 저희를 전쟁터에서 응원하는 사람으로 만들어주기 때문에 그래서 더 뭔가 집중하게 되고 더 멋있는 모습 보여줘야겠다고 생각한 것 같습니다.
I think it's the Santiago crowd. They are making us feel like we're in the battlefield and they're rooting for us. So they help us focus on the game and they want to make us put on a best performance ever.
Y bueno, que sí, obviamente son ustedes, gracias a todos ustedes los que están apoyando. Hace que esto se sienta como una guerra que simplemente tienen que amasar y que está siendo increíble para ellos. So now for my last question, I also want to talk about that past game against Team Liquid, that last map, and also closing the series was so difficult. What were you guys missing to win this match?
팀 리퀴드전에서는 좀 고전하는 모습을 보여줬습니다. 특히나 뭔가 라운드 하나씩 따내고 경기를 마무리 짓는데 뒷심이 좀 더 필요했던 걸로 보이거든요. 어떤 진단을 내리셨을까요?
일단 뭐 딱히 경기력에서 졌다고 생각은 안 하고요. 그냥 저희의 개인 퍼포먼스적인 것 때문에 졌다고 생각을 해서 근데 오늘 EDG전에서는 저희의 본 모습을 보여준 것 같아서 좋은 것 같습니다.
I don't think it was down to the amount of strats or the level of performance from the team. It was more on us making, well, with our individual performance. So that was what was missing. And I think today against EDG, I think we were able to show our true colors and show the world who we truly are.
Definitely. Be careful with T1, ladies and gentlemen. Y bueno, básicamente comenta que no fue por falta de strats el problema de Team Liquid, sino que fue por causa personal, por
Binks
todo
by
que no
long
podían
time
estar
के
disparando,
बाद मिला
finalmente
stream
no estaban
देखने
al
क्या
100%
सीन सब बढ़िया
personalmente
सीन है
los
मेरी जान
jugadores,
बेटे
pero ahora pudieron demostrarlo contra EDG, así que cuidado
अब
con
होएगा
este
ना XLG में G2 चाय लेकर आओ
because we have this next match coming up. We have XLG and
G2
G2
बोलते बात चाइना बार ओ स्टैक्स ने इसलिए वो ऐसा नजर मिलाया जेंट से वामस बोल सकता हूँ क्या मैं करके मेरी गाफ गई यार नाचने रेडी हो चाय लेके मैं एस्पेनॉल बोलते एस्पेनॉल
It's more than a game. It's a world shaped by you, the fans. And our mission is to elevate that world by building technology that creates moments that last forever. That's why we're joining forces with the Valorant Champions Tour to transform how fans experience live events on the global stage.
Break down my walls, but I won't rise again. Cause I stand tall in my environment. How could I ever close my eyes and stay silent since?
क्या स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो मेरी जान के टोटोस
Ponla pa' subirle esa chapa, me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy puto que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos pa' darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la tu si va con un vuelo de ida. Ponla pa' subirle esa chapa, me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy puto y que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos pa' darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la tu si va con un vuelo de ida. Ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla.
Welcome back, everyone, to day 4 of Master Santiago and our second elimination match of the event. It's XLG squaring off against G2 Esports. Once again, I'm Golden Boy here yet again with Sideshow and Wyatt. As fans begin to roll in, they're getting excited because this one, hey, listen, lots of question marks coming into this one. And you know Wyatt's sweating over here with his top 3 predictions.
I thought you were about to say, and regrettably, I'm still here with Sideshow and Wyatt.
What do you mean? That was guys, that's the last opening for the fellas' death. The fellas. Guys, can we please get a prayer hands for the fellas? No, of course, no. Mimi's going to kill us. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
And rightfully so, as she should. But let's go ahead, though, and cut to the chase.
Okay.
Let's talk about G2 Esports. Well, they're chasing a dub, Wyatt.
Chasing the international trophy.
That's right. Oh, look at that. That's words we can string together to make a cohesive narrative. But here's the thing. Unfortunately, that narrative gets shattered when Paper X absolutely obliterates you in some of these rounds, some of these maps. I mean, it felt like we were looking not like a team that won 3 championships in a row in the Americas region Sideshow. The team really struggling to find themselves.
I think there were moments actually in map 1 where it felt like, hey, hold on. Maybe G2 have actually got what it takes to bring the game to Paper X. And then it slowly
बात बोलो, ये अपन गेम क्यों देख रहे हैं? हाँ? ये easy 2-0 है ना? Easy. सोचने वाली बात है.
They are going to be playing against in terms of Paper X looking astonishingly good, and I'm not on board with Wyatt.
I'm not going to cope crazy mode. I'm not going to cope crazy mode. Just to touch on G2 though, back on that map 1, I was really impressed with Jaw. He had a great second half in that game, playing the Neon, was turning things around, and honestly, I thought Trent was okay in that series despite that horrific one singular moment, but I thought he was playing all right aside from that. Like, there were some glimmers of hope from G2, but, you know, ultimately not enough.
Yeah, well, I think we do have to talk about, like, the mental of the team coming out the back of that, because there were some absolutely kind of heartbreaking moments, as you're alluding to, and it did feel like they were still trying to find their footing. They heap pressure on themselves.
Yeah, they do. But here's the thing. One thing we were worried about was whether or not this team would find a way to bounce back, whether they could motivate one another. And this is actually an opportunity we can go behind the scenes a bit. IGL Valorant tried his absolute best to rally the team. But here's what he had to say to the squad going into map 2.
Boys, listen. Whenever we're down a map and we feel like we need to catch fire again, it's not by one person. It's by the whole team. Okay? We're a team of 5. It's 20% each player, all right? You have 20% of a job to do on this map to win us this map, not 100.
ऐसा कौन बोलता है?
You know what? I can't disagree with that kind of logic. Unfortunately for them in that map too, it just wasn't happening the way they wanted it to. And you can, of course, attest that to an incredible performance from Paper X, undoubtedly. But there were also, Wyatt, some rounds there that were just going the other way that were just depressing sometimes.
Yeah, the guys who were hot on map 1, Leaf as well, they started to cool off on map 2.
End near 0 capital letter पे focus करो.
See in real time things crumbling.
Yeah.
Players, I think, showing more negative emotion than they typically would. Like Trent, who, as I was saying, I did genuinely feel like he was playing pretty solid in this series. I think even on map 2, aside from, again, like that ISO moment where he missed this, Devi here coming out of the kill contract, he was getting some big impact kills in this game, but it just... in a reaction like that tells
He said,
the
I
story.
shot him so many
New
times.
to the scene, please
That's what it
tell
sounded
us
like reading the lips.
And there were moments
how
after that
VCT
too
works.
on cam where it's like the
VCT
negative
works very
reactions continue.
fluently.
Yeah, and I don't think it's like that
and
entire round that ended in the ISO falling to pieces was a 5v3 that should never have got into a 1v1 scenario. Baby is one of those other players that I think you have to be putting the focus on. And I think the fact they're up against XLG here is a great opportunity for him to find his footing. When I was looking at what Baby was up to in terms of just watching his POV, I feel like he did not adapt to the big stage against Paper X very well. I was seeing a way better performance from the guy in America.
And on PCs.
The stats are going to tell part of the story here, obviously, because he's playing like half as well as he was in Americas. But when you actually just watch his POV, his aim was way shakier. He was less confident about the fights that he was taking. And I think this game has to be where he gets back onto solid ground.
In terms of what he brings to the team as well with the
vibes, I mean, he's trying to be positive.
He's actually doing it now.
I mean, he's trying to get the ball rolling early, which I think is a good idea. Let's be real. In Americas, when they had moments where they bounced back, though, it often came from Baby making a big individual play and then generating the hype off of that, and then everybody started to feel it. You could see them oftentimes pick up the tempo in their gameplay, start playing faster and more aggressive after a moment like that. But there was no moment like that to be, you know, the catalyst
out
of a
of
mental
visiting.
turnaround.
Sorry,
It was
I
just
am
this
not
slow
up to
crumbling.
date.
Yeah, and I think just to
They are not
one last
out.
note I will
They
say on
are
G2 before
in
we move
the
on to XLG is purely that, you know,
after playoffs.
we often forget that
So,
this was a
after
change-up that we
playoffs
saw
में
from G2
वो लोग
come
हैं।
for the tail end of
एक
kickoff,
महीने
where
बाद।
they're implementing their double duelist ideas, being a bit more, you know, proactive with Baby Bay, getting involved. And this is that was the first test outside of the Americas region where everyone.
एक और पोकेमोन आया है चैट, एक और पोकेमोन आया है। वो बोल रहा है सब अपना वेट उठा लो, कैरी मत होनो मेरे से, ऐसा बोल रहा है उनका IGL। बाकी 20% देंगे तो T69 भी इजी जीतेगा। जनी चीज से कैरी हुआ है, जनी चीज से शर्म है? हाँ, ओए ओए, ठीक है, मैं तो हुआ ही नहीं था ही नहीं। 6 प्लेयर था तू, कैरी तो हुआ ना। 6 भी नहीं था बे तू, सॉरी 7th। ओ शिट, 7th भी नहीं था, निकाला गया था 8th था ये, 8th गलत कैरी हुआ है।
Lead back from what happened against PRX.
I think part of the problem, though, is that those strengths were only really showcased on one half of one map. Their attack side on Abyss was really nice, had a lot of threats to NRG, but they need that over more ideas. You know, make sure that is your attacks on all of the maps. Find some more footing on your defense side. You can't just have that one note success.
Yes, there's a lot of question marks here for this XLG lineup. We had an opportunity to catch up with Lysor following XLG's opening matchup for this HyperX player moment.
8th भी चॉइस होती है तो निकाला गया था ना।
这场
That's some spitting facts.
虽然输了，但是怎么说？我觉得从中学到很多东西吧。然后我现在真心感觉下一场我们因为我发现更多是这个从中学习，然后从中进步。然后其实就算这场输了，我也没觉得就是我们就失败了，因为我觉得我们还有下一场可以打，我们可以把经验中跳出来，然后学习，然后把所有的精力和能力全都用到把下一场打下。
BFI क्यों है? क्योंकि ये लोग जल्दी खत्म करेंगे मैच। भाई मेरा पढ़ ले।
当前这个版本，我觉得我们队伍英雄池正好可以覆盖吧。然后我可以玩的位置很多，然后 Happy 可以玩的位置也很多，我们可以兼顾双烟、双哨，然后单烟、信息上完一个哨，基本上版本主流的版本我们都能拿出来。然后 Noman 的可以去玩到决斗，玩到信息，然后有时候还兼顾哨位。我们所有人都
जी का ग्रुप आज ही तो इंटरनेशनल है भाई। स्प्लिट 3 ना, स्प्लिट 3 देखो
All right, well, let's jump in to the skirmish here. One thing I do want to say from that HyperX player moment that I thought was quite interesting was him saying, like, hey, you know what, we lost, you know, but it is what it is, right? Kind of trying to brush it off. And I kind of have to expect that because you went up against the world champions, you know? That was a tough matchup for sure, and you showed that you can contend. But this is going to be a little bit of a different situation because those people managed to get the better of you in your first matchup. G2 have gotten the better of domestically time and time again. There's certainly going to be a lot of work that needs to be done here for XLG.
Go team playing VC
completely agree with that one. I think it'd be nice to get out to a good start here and have at least a bit of an advantage in terms of the map veto scenarios. But at the same time, I think they're going to be in a difficult spot because of that permaban that they have, and then get forced over to Haven.
This might be one of the most important skirmishes, honestly, for a matchup. Because you do not want to be playing Haven first. I'm just going to assume the G2 are going to pick into that map. Now, that being said, they only played it one time where they debuted that Phoenix comp that they ripped from HyperX.
We saw that
Phoenix comp have a huge amount of success in the hands of HyperX, though, haven't we?
Yeah, and they had success in the hands of G2, but they definitely had the surprise factor.
Yes.
That they did play it in.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're seeing the form of these players. Happy Way in a position where might be able to close things.
Happy Way coming out of kickoff as the highest rated player pretty much across the board in all stats in China. While not playing duelist, just
globally
incredible.
I mean, if you just look at the stats that he was putting up, both of these players were absolutely nasty for their teams in kickoff.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. He had
I'm telling you, this is a big skirmish.
Oh, snap. Wait a minute. Oh, he tanked, bro. Okay, Valen.
What
are you doing, bro?
Filthy shot to end it.
Bro, that actually might hurt a little bit in this one. Oh, boy. All right. So I do believe we might have the map veto flying up here in a second so we can show that. Because I am quite curious. There it is.
What do we got going?
Yeah, so we got Abyss, Haven, and if necessary, Breeze. So Corrode, Pearl get blocked first. Split, Bind, floated toward the end. Those get blocked. Wyatt, your thoughts?
So we do go to Abyss first, which is nice for XLG. But they are not. Yeah, but they're not starting on the attack side, which I think would have been their best opportunity to really get some momentum into this series. And if they started kind of beating down G2 early, if they have that aim firing on all cylinders with their stars like Happy Way, like Raga, right? Then I think you could see G2 mentally getting into a tough position again, But starting on defense, this team XLG, they don't play with a lot of fire. They don't play with a lot of passion. It's relatively safe.
Yeah, I do want to see them pushing out more on the side across their maps. I think that would be much nicer to see. Bit of vertical rotation, a bit of confidence to find those timings. But I do think the pressure in the opening map might actually be more on G2. When we've seen them in this double duelist new style of theirs, the comp that they ran on Abyss was like a Jet Yoru. They mangled the execution of that when they ran it in America.
Do you swap it up? Do you go back to what brought you to the dance initially? Because maybe the double duelist ain't quite hitting here in Chile.
No. I don't think they swap it up and go back to like double initiator slow comps.
Okay.
But I could still see them swapping the duelists around, having like Baby pull out the melee and you put Jorg on the Yoru instead. Just a bit more comfort, a bit more standard rather than running a Jet Yoru.
I think they lean heavy there. Yeah, and they had the breach on the map as well, which was... breach is not exactly...
Let's see what the predictions are. How's everyone feeling coming into this game? Wyatt? I mean, I'm telling you right now, if I don't see XLG, you're done.
That is also true.
I went with G2 in this game because I thought everybody would pick G2. I wanted to curse them by getting the G2 picks across the board.
Jen's done.
Jen did you dirty dog. Jen did you dirty dog.
Oh,
here's a prediction.
I'm sick.
So
I want XLG to win.
I'm hearing
G2 is a favorite, but I wanted to curse them, man.
I'm hearing excuses.
Bro.
No, you do not get to curse G2.
Oh, my God.
Okay, it doesn't get to happen that way. Oh, man. All right, folks, when you hear the crowd, they're ready to go. And it's just hyping them up on this stage. But this matchup is going to be wild. Can G2 find a way to dig deep, get a clean win, or does XLG manage to send an America's champion home? Let's bring out your teams.
He plays house use.
Ruido! XLG!
भाई म्यूजिक तो है भाई। मेरे दोस्त का बर्थडे विश कर दो बंक्स भाई, रिदम नाम है उसका, रिदम। मैनी 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 हैप्पी रिटर्न्स ऑफ द डे। आपके भाई प्रणय ने बोला कि आपका बर्थडे है। मैनी हैप्पी रिटर्न्स ऑफ द डे, मैनी मैनी हैप्पी रिटर्न्स ऑफ द डे।
G2 Esports coming into this one having to feel confident because they have been in these situations before, these pressure-filled situations. For XLG on the other side, they know they're going up against a juggernaut, but they know they have what it takes to be able to take down the best of Americas. Let's see how this goes down.
Jimmy, you can feel the aura permeating in the air when Lysor steps onto the stage and is ready to stand up.
I know.
This is an insane matchup. Honestly, it almost feels wrong to say this. Hard to believe at this point.
भाई मेरे को एक बात बताओ, मेरे को अभी याद आया भाई, अपना भी तो एक सॉन्ग हुआ करता था ना, क्रेजी सा, वो क्यों नहीं प्ले होता है वॉक इन में? अपना भी एक क्रेजी सा सॉन्ग था ना चैट। नहीं हुआ ना स्प्लिट वन में भी वो प्ले? भाई आज बर्थडे पे 1 के करवा दो भाई, आज बर्थडे पे 1 के बोलोगे, नेक्स्ट बर्थडे पे 10 के, उसके नेक्स्ट बर्थडे पे 100 के, 4 बर्थडे में तुमको 1 मिलियन जाने का है। इधर मेरा हो नहीं रहा है, बताओ। 30 बर्थडे मेरे जा चुके है कि नहीं? सोचने वाली बात है कि नहीं? यप, उससे अच्छा रियलिटी चेक आपके भी लग गए, मेरे भी लग गए। रियलिटी चेक
show that you feel confident about this XLG team when we swap sides onto the attack.
Happy birthday, Jack FM.
I mean, it's an attack-sided map in general. I'd be really happy if they ended up getting 5 on the defense side.
Yeah.
Maybe even 4. I'd be fine.
But
I think the win con is that G2 crumble their attack strats. Because that is what happened when we watched them play against Furia. They beat their attacking execs over and again.
Furia on that map were incredible at those fast retakes, floods back in onto the site, and I do think that's something that this XLG team can absolutely lean into.
Language,
playing like overly aggro in early rounds.
When our coach is allowed to talk during timeouts.
Now, Rarga, you have to pay attention to him in this matchup. Like I mentioned before,
as well.
yeah, Rarga was incredible on the attack side. He was putting up so many first kills. Happy Way, serious shooter. They need these guys activated.
उससे याद आया 1 second boys.
All eyes on Baby Bay. His debut map, he struggled. Can he bounce back?
Yeah, the pressure is on Dre, but the thing is that pressure's been on this guy since he joined the team. He's been put in a lot of positions where he kind of is like a make or break almost for the squad, especially when it comes down to the mental.
Absolutely, and I think that the mental is going to be so interesting to track across what we expect to be a fairly close opener, because you've got Lysor standing up on one side, No Man popping off, then you've got Baby Bay who's going to be trying to bring up the energy on the other side.
Yeah.
I think that aspect, if you see one of these teams start to go quiet, you could be a bit concerned.
I am drawn though, to the man that we just saw on your screen there, Leaf, because I think when the going gets tough, you can always rely on the one Leaf to get you the dub, and he needs to be in honestly exquisite form here today to kind of round up the rear and pick up whatever slack is left on the rest of the field.
Yeah, he is just one of those guys that is talented enough to put up star-level performances, take over a map on any agent that he's playing. He did that throughout Kickoff, Breach, Viper, whatever.
But what is he going to be playing here? Because,
no idea.
Yeah, because last time
I think it's, don't know.
He was on the Breach playing on Abyss previously.
आजकल लोग प्रीमियर में कैरी होके टाइटल ले रहे हैं कैसे?
I mean, yeah, listen.
He has ever.
I'm not saying I want to see him.
Exactly.
I need to see him in the server,
He's
man.
just more likely to pop off if you put him on other roles. Like maybe you can see a Viper coming out here if they wanted to play something like that.
कुछ नहीं कर
What
सकता.
are they gonna run?
Yeah, I'm excited to see this. Leaf
सोचो
is going
माउसपैड की कंपनी होने के बाद भी bottom
Oh
frag.
my god!
I like that.
Dude,
I like that.
It's kind of cooking. I think this map you can really make Harbor work. It's good for flood
Very sad to
defending.
see.
And it's actually really nice for defaulting on attack.
Dicky goodbye, thank you for the 45 Dicky
He likes to be
case.
able to cut up the map, manipulate space.
मैंने आज तक 10,000 Dicky case नहीं देखा एक साथ.
Almost no
Chat
one is
किसने
playing
देखा?
Neon here as well. So to see a Neon come out, that is weird.
Folks, This is it. Time to get this second elimination match underway. We got just the casters to call the action. Fellas, have fun with this one. Here is Achilles and Paper Thin.
कल शायद
Once more into the breach, G2 Esports looking to rebound after that loss to the hands of PaperX. XLG looking to do similarly. They're not wanting to go the same route, not wanting to suffer the same fate that EDG just did.
Absolutely. I mean, this is really important for their region as XLG.
Last time
it's starting to look like maybe, you know, everybody might have been right about your region, that you're shaky, that you're the weakest region coming into this. But this is the team that a lot of people were pinning their hopes on as the most fundamentally sound, as the team that could actually potentially do damage here. But NRG proved that they were a step above, a class above. We are going to go to Abyss, a map that is so important here for XLG. They're going to start on that defender side, the side where they got absolutely bullied, which is shocking because it's a side of the map that they were rather good on domestically. They had a couple 6-1s where they closed out maps really efficiently on that defender side.
Well, now going into the Abyss, XLG's G2 opting to change up the comps here, shattering our expectations with Valorant bringing out this harbor.
And you're going to be looking to see what that storm surge and the new high tide really do.
Forget it. Fallon's already dead. Picked apart there in mid. WS Leo able to find the opening kill of the map.
Why even Theorycraft? Why do I bother?
Sometimes you get shot, you die, but Spike is still going to be planted all the same for G2, but it's a 4v5. Let's see.
Late,
retake look for XLG, double push, both duelists working their way around towards the spawn, and Leaf is just not registering this at all. Trent will be able to trade one back, but you still have Raga on that angle, and I don't think he's going to be red at the moment. vvvvvvv trying to hold forward. Has to clear out these two players, but he's only going to be good for one. Trent now swinging the corner, finding a timing. Lights are going to be struck down. Looks for a little bit more of a happy way. We'll get him with the ghost. Anticipation on that flank, not going to be needed. XLG find the opening pistol.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered here for XLG. Get off to a good start on this defender side.
Finally silver post get thank you. Bye.
Very nice. Kind of spamming through. Valen tried to assume that he was going to stop with the spam, and he didn't. Paid the price. There's a couple players that got caught out in the open here. And work their way back in towards a retake. Nomad immediately trying to hype the team up. Gonna need
Thank you for the 45 Nicky. Bye.
Bit of a struggle. Last time out against NRG, but let's see what they got here. It's like a fast B exec.
Look at this, push the pace here as drone goes up and over the top. Leo getting the tag onto one. Relative safety for Fallon, but Twill still falls. Happy Way has the transfer, looks for a third, runs out of bullets, but Leo is there. Picks up the pieces. Joggamo gets taken down so far. It's looking pretty damn flawless, but Leaf will be able to find the finish on the enemy Astra. So much more work now needed and necessary as Baby 1v4 with just a shorty in hand. They know where he's at. Oh, trying to go for the no-scope, ends up costing him, but Raga will get picked apart. They swap out the Stinger for the Outlaw. Now they're the Spectre. Juggle the weapons around. And that's a 2-0 start for XLG.
Yep, pretty good, pretty good.
Shubham bhai ko bolo mere saath aapki stream dekhe. Shubham bhai stream dekho.
The line nicely up here. He's Happy Way. Sometimes things could get a little disorganized for XLG on some of these anchors that they were trying to attempt. You know, NRG does such a good job of diving in there and hitting you with some util and then knowing when to dive back and things like that, that it made it really tricky for the XLG defenders to really plant their feet, hold their lines. Mid-aggression, though, not going to see much.
No man's going to go for a push here, potentially. Yeah, swinging out. Going right past Fallon's shoulder. Quick little refract back to safety. There's Leaf, okay. On the linger here, B window. Takes out Happy Way. Solid first advantage found for G2. Look to play out this anti-bonus, but Lice were lurking forward into the smoke. Will be found. Baby spotting out the head. Gets the shot. That's now two-player advantage to get rid of strike into the A site. Raga, however, is here in position, finding Balon once again. Baby goes up and over the top, clears out the enemy Yoru. And now it is just Leo to try to see if he can make this a bit more costly, but his position is known. Shockguards find a little bit of damage, but Don't think there's much more realistically to be done unless you can find a crazy shot on the baby bay, but likely he's just going to tuck back, wait for the spike to explode, see if he catches somebody on the exit at the same time. Not going to give him the opportunity, comes up with a 3K, and G2 Esports get themselves on the board.
Okay. Exactly what you needed to do here as G2. Very clean anti-bonus. They're going to have Happy Ways alt leaf one away from his.
Financial or no support from government.
I think for me, what I'm really curious about here is some of the early round macro that I'm seeing. And a lot of attention being paid to mid by both teams. And it's something that with XLG was where even in rounds where they lost, I thought they had some really nice ideas on how to take mid. Like you saw that two-man window push against Brock where you got that double kill. It's like that was the right idea, just you got outplayed. And things like that I could see G2 being aware of. Using that Neon a little bit to do some scouting. Let's see if Raga can get some value out of this push.
This is mightily aggressive. 3 players just around the corner, but it's going to be able to find one and get out scot-free. Not fast enough. The Punisher's drone now. Go up and over the top, got the ping onto Happy Way. Baby Bay trying to set up with the saturate, but it's not going to be able to find him and cannot get the flick. Raga finds himself a second, and Happy Way up over the top, takes down Trent. G2 just not knowing what was hitting them here on this side of the map. They'll find themselves in a 2v5. Looks like XLG going to be maintaining the lead and stretching it 3-1, barring some incredible clutching at the hands of Valen. It would have to be an ace.
Are you telling me?
Finds the first to get himself on the board, sets up the smoke, but
are you telling me
how are you meant to try to tuck away and stay alive with 48 seconds remaining in the round and just 21 health?
Have to see some mistakes from XLG to give him much hope.
इंडिया में आग भी गया तो नेट एंड ऑल इश्यूज बहुत आएगा लाइन पे.
Wall trying to find that stray shot. They know that he's tagged up. They know he's down low. And now
इस टाइम पे लाइट इशू बोलता तो भी समझ में आता.
Have it decently sussed out as to where Valen could be.
लाइन पे नेट इश्यूज आएगा.
Do they want to pursue deep enough to find him? Flushed him out and take the weapons away. Seems like they might have thought he slinked his way back over towards the spawn. So
10 seconds left.
For the moment, Valen looking likely to be able to retain this weapon.
Yeah, and the execute there for G2.
Deep touch.
Again, a little bit out of sync. I mean, this is something that started to rear its ugly head against Paper Rex for G2. It's just not being able to coordinate as well. And, you know, I had a quick talk with Jog before the match, and he said, man, we just got to get on the same page. Like, that's what's killing us. And, you know, you get that identification, and Baby Bay can't track down the target fast enough. He's a little bit slow to the punch there behind the recon utility, and therefore he can't get the saturate to land, and Ragar's in a perfect position to punish it. So a lot of these things already going to be thought about. G2 is going to pop an early timeout.
Yeah, not this early deficit they find themselves in, and I think for good reason, because XLG, the defender side, wasn't exactly where they were putting up the best performance versus NRG. That was when they got over onto the attack and their triple dive on the B side, causing so many pains for NRG to deal with it and slow down that pace. If XLG is able to get a very strong start from this defending half, they're pretty well slated to be able to take this map.
Yeah, absolutely. And to add insult to injury for what was going wrong for XLG, because what you're saying is 100% correct. On the rounds where NRG started to slow the pace down, where they started to hold some of the mains a little bit deeper, when XLG wanted to get aggressive, they were just dismantling them. I mean, time and time again, you know, it's kind of nice here, I guess, as XLG. You don't have to worry about some of that Tejo utility. That was really giving them grief in terms of getting caught by, like, you know, the drone, and then you can't dash as the waylay, and they get player caught out. Like some positioning mistakes from XLG. Like that was one of the big things I noticed on this defender side was positioning mistakes, wide swings where they're out in the open when they don't need to be, trying to take fights where they're not favored because they could have changed their angle a little bit, maybe had a better opportunity against the NRG players, things like that. So far looking better for XLG for sure.
जब भी सिर्फ 3 रीजन वाला रहता ना तभी थर्ड रीजन के एंड में हुआ तो
oh, late TP here from Lyser trying to go for a trap play, but does have to back away. It seems like G2 starting to suss that one out. Trent does eat a good amount of damage, so down to 43. Can always swap the weapon over, but right into the hands of Leap, who's able to find a headshot, but cannot confirm the kill on the No-Man, so he just dashes out to safety, utilizing this cosmic divide.
What about some cast those Sarthak bhai, love you yaar.
So early.
And
because you've got 3 players at the front of A main there, they're going to make some pretty fast rotations here over towards B, but They're just clearing that space now.
Almost बच गया.
Yay! See if Happy Way
now we take by.
Get involved. The recon dart.
वैसा अच्छा है.
Him initially. They're looking for flanks.
इतना भी नहीं. थोड़ा अच्छा.
Varga again. Sprinting around that flank, working his way across the attacker spawn now. Valen, most disconnected of the G2 players. To try to intercept this Yoru. Seems like now starting to get the read to try to go for the check. Swings out and will be able to win the fight. Critical headshot to be found, but Joggerman's still going to be taken out by Baby. Two massive kills for him, found over at the connector. Does get traded out, but now a 2v2 is Trent trying to utilize that Hunter's Fury, but doesn't get a shot. Happyway's just sticking this. They need to interrupt that as the transfer will drag him off. Happyway looking for the turn, and it's going to be Trent narrowly coming out on top. That was almost catastrophic, but G2 will be able to find the round win.
That is on an absolute nice edge. Trent there, hopefully that's a confidence booster for him, that he's able to get that clutch. My goodness, Valen a big, big win. Baby Bay hitting some good shots. Just want to throw it out there. Good friend. But yeah, that was scrappy though. I mean, I think that really could have gone XLG's way. If Baby Bay doesn't hit those 2 shots, doesn't win, there's so many little things that could have gone wrong for G2. And liking the macro from XLG. Get some sharp shooting from Rarga and Happyway and company. He's going to send out the ult there.
It's a quick exit, but now you have this later linger from Leaf. Look at him, still positioned in the attacker spawn. Knows that XLG have been going on these flanks. Wants to try to intercept rather than being the one that got punished. Seems like they're suspicious of it. Do have some weaker weaponry, but now Trent taking that point. He has to swing in from behind, finds the first. No man, Leo, they could just push forward and try to just dismantle the players that are there on the site. Up the pace, and it seems like that's exactly what they're going to try to do is Valen. Spraying and praying, but eating a bit of damage in return. Tries to slow down to the approach, but at the same time, Happyway is able to find Baby Bay. Valen's tagged down the 2. Still finding that elimination. It's all down to Jogamo and Leaf. Here's rotation into the site. The time starting to get away from them. Has to go for the full stick, but Jogamo will strike in off the flank, finds that kill. Leaf wanting blood, will be rewarded with it. Nothing to be retained here on either side. All players dead, but G2 tied up at 3-3.
There's really just good awareness from both sides. I'm quite impressed with what I'm seeing from both teams in terms of how they're thinking about these rounds, how they're thinking about their strategy. Baby Bay there. Gonna outduel Rarga, create some space. That's what you're gonna need as G2. And again, XLG has the awareness of that late lurk from Leaf, even though it ends up costing them because he's patient enough to wait until they've fully committed past that angle. Tons of ults here for XLG. This is a very important round for them in terms of the ult economy and their actual gun economy.
Looking for the dash in again, catches a glimpse of No Man. Frax out, but this is all a bit of a ruse to try to keep some attention tied towards this side of the map. At the same time, Leaf in mid. Going out the fight versus Leo. Drone on that Sova util not going to be available for the potential retake. Oh, that's our position. Similarly, Happyway just goes for the spam. Finds the kill. Raga hadn't even gone to the dimensional drift yet. That is just unlucky. At the same time, Baby Bay now going to be taken down. It's a player advantage. Over to the side of XLG. Looking for the pop flash out. Valen tucking into the corner. Eventually will fall. The push forward through the Cognitive Divide and Leaf narrowly able to win it out versus the Orbit's going to be paranoid up. Just sat here in the cubby, and Lysor will be able to flush him out. XLG not allowing for G2 to gain the lead.
Yeah, it's such an important battle for mid that's going on to get that extra player advantage. You don't get to see it on screen, but Baby Bay was the follow-up layer after he sold a bit of a fake.
By the way, I love your sarcasm always. Love it to me,
and Lysor comes in pretty late. He gets a big win out there. Rarga, all that info. This is huge right here. That second kill, the fact that he's able to double down on the players coming out of the Cosmic Divide. Absolutely brilliant.
Come on, man. Yes, I took.
Actual match
Oh man, hyping right alongside him. Has to be excited about in the G2 camp at the moment.
Yoru ult के साथ वो लोग ने वेले ult मिस किया बे.
Was so highly rated coming into this tournament. And he is showing why.
Mid तो दे रहे. कॉम देख के वो लोग ने सीधा बोल दिया छोड़ दो mid.
Stinger variety of an eco Well, this attempt here for G2, just a couple sheriffs and classics otherwise.
I feel like this is a bit of a head scratcher for G2. You don't get any contact here, posting up players so deep in mid. Now there's finally a drone that goes on an exploration, but I don't think it saw anybody. Still
man. Yeah. We'll find the shot. One player going to be taken down. Seems like Leo, very strong awareness of this position from Baby Bay. Saw him drift across. And Baby Bay now, last one standing with the classic. Should just be dead to rights, and he will be. 5-3, XLG. Already having a very strong defender side. G2 feels like already needing to win this follow-up round. They've got 3 ultimates to try to utilize.
भाई लोग ऐसा जो मिड छोड़ के खेल रहे हैं वो लोग बार-बार ये सब चीज करके वो लोग जा सकते हैं बेबी पे वो लोग को रेडिकेशी खेलना पड़ेगा बेबी पे.
Kind of rehearsal has looked like the practice in the lead up to this map for G2, something that worked a treat for NRG. Might be a moment where you can try to double down on that a little bit. Hammer this B site. It gave XLG grief to try to hold this down. Saw it time and time again. And NRG was able to brutalize their way through. Like you said, tons of ults available.
Drifting inside of the site. Almost gets stunned up. This player managed to spot him. No. Baby Bay lands right there in front of his crosshair. Now he is still free to dance around this site. Cosmic Divide going to be called in again from Lee, but Raga all around the back finds him right as he exits out of the astral form. Push to the smoke and Chogamo! Mows down 3, gets the 4! What a timing to be found! That is one hell of a way for him to jumpstart the engine and just the 1 kill before. He just tears them all to pieces in the blink of an eye.
Only him. Only him, man.
Unlucky TP there from Lysor.
Oh, man. He could not have timed that better. Literally everybody's util or TPing or not looking his way. Unreal. I mean, that looked so good for XLG. And a late dart there. Baby Bay's ahead of the curve. So again, that coordination between those two players, a little bit lacking here on Abyss.
Aggro TP in the mid. Lysor's going to be scaling forward the slide across, and he absolutely destroys 2! Unbelievable transfer to be able to find Valen as well.
Dicky bye, thank you for the 45 minutes and good day.
Does have that regen armor behind. Meanwhile, trying to hold here in A main. Seems like they're suspicious.
Timing bolte.
There's the push, but he's got the Guardian. He has the 1-tap. We'll just make a very short hop exit back into the site. Baby Bay cannot find the punish. He needs to stay alive as Leaf is on the approach here, but Raga just catches him exploring around main. That leaves Leaf now in 1v4. It just feels like every time G2 find their footing, they get that round win. XLG are able to just kick their legs right out from beneath them.
And it's big plays from Lysor this time. Comes out, the 2-for-1, hits him on the slide.
Slow motion में क्या sexy दिखता है.
Raga, tough angle for Baby Bay, has a lot to clear there. Raga, so sharp with that Guardian.
यार तुम लोग भी ऐसा गोल्ड लॉबी में ऐसे मारते रहोगे ना स्लो मोशन में?
See the frustration. Not wanting to have to use that second timeout in the half.
Jogamo ult है, Jogamo निकाल सकते हैं.
For Jogamo, so decent amount of firepower into this one. Hinder will connect, but real way to chase in and find that punish. Meanwhile, noise made in mid. No man just scales in. Flush against the box. The swing could come through for Jaw, but no, hasn't gone around that top mid pillar.
They know he's there. They at least suspect. There's danger pings over in his direction. Now they know for sure.
And there's the catch.
Done.
The overdrive not to be seen in this round. Once again, a player disadvantage to G2. Clear the recon. No info going to be gained there. Raga just staying flushed against the wall to push forward. Valen able to find one for the stinger. Baby Bay as well. Getting involved. Finds Lysor. The Harbor now taken down. It's frantic, spraying and praying for Raga, but eventually finds the reset to eliminate Leaf. Drop down Baby Bay. Saturated, still able to find himself a third. Go for the backside plant, but it is Happy Way on the opposite side. This guy has been a menace. For now on the approach, is the one eating the early damage.
Stars are coming up. See how he wants to set this up.
ये राउंड कैसे जीता जीतू भाई? Please कोई
Try to
explain
make
कर
it look
सकता है?
like he's pushing there from the spawn side, but he's wrapping the window.
Even just the micro that he's got going on in his approach is damn impressive, but Trent will be able to find the kill.
बड़ा दिमाग के
Lone
साथ तो खेला
survivor
लेकिन
once
happy
again,
भाई.
G2. He's unable to get these round wins cleanly. It's very sparse when they pick him up as well, but in with a shout to try to make this a 6-6 half. They nearly have a stacked deck. It's 4 ultimates to utilize.
I mean, it just feels like some of these rounds come down to some hero plays for G2, where you need somebody to get that big 3K to reverse the great starts that XLG is having. Again, can't credit XLG enough with the macro ideas, the strategic view that they have. Sometimes they lose in these scrappy battles, where they get caught in the timing, like we saw with Jogamo earlier. This time, they're going to move Happy Way over. Convergent Pass is going to be able to sidestep it.
Pushes up in towards tower. Clone to be cleared. Overdrive now going to be popped. And Happy Way isolated, picked apart. Jogamo not looking to overstep, however, as the Hunter's Fury is now going to be called in. Check around the back. The Mental Drift is in from Raga.
Stun मार के घुस गए वो
See
लोग.
what he can spot out, get these defensive positions known. He's seen damn near everything, makes his exit. And now they get ready to go on the push. Baby, however, still on tower. Takes out Lysor. It's a 2-player advantage to the side of G2. The swing in. Baby Bay finds himself another. Draga dead. Tobias Leo. An ace clutch to try to get XLG a lead at the half. Hunter's Fury now coming through, scouted him out. And Valen will be able to find the shot on the drop. 6-6. We are all tied up at the half.
That was a really nice round there. A really nice set execute for G2 off that convergent pass. A relay bolt followed up to clear out the corner that Happy Way is in. Really nice setup on this one. And then he can just hunt him down. There's a Nova Pulse there too. Great stuff.
Well, G2 were able to sit back, watch XLG play this attacker side previously. What have they learned and can they shut it down? We'll find out after the halftime break.
Hello?
Let's go, boys.
पैसे?
Red Bull gives you wings.
कैसे बे? हो गए साथ. भाई ग्लिच है भाई, देखो पिंकी ने बोला एक ही बार लिया ग्लिच है. 2 बार लेता तो 7 कास्ट 2 होते थे, लेकिन एक ही बार लिया है भाई, तो 6 हुए हैं अभी. 6 है कि नहीं? W सार्थक भाई, W मेरे जान कटे आए हमारे प्रीमियम व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में. Their Sova is bad. How he didn't ulti when Happy Way was in that much pressure. क्योंकि वो जो प्रेशर आ रहा है, वो प्रेशर को वो लोग कैंसिल भी कर सकते हैं. कंसिडरिंग इट्स नियॉन एंड वेले, तो अल्ट वेस्ट हो जाएगा. Six. Language, Lakshmi Bhai, language. क्या फर्क से काश उसमें heavy
coaching staff continue to talk with these teams. G2
premium,
very difficult straight buy to make it up to 6 here at this half.
Close quarters.
An opening pistol. Try to run this one back. Or is XLG once again going to find a very successful overall attacker side of the map? Gave energy so many fits once they had swapped sides.
बहुत close.
Have to anticipate that that's going to be the same.
Yeah, I think for me, when I'm looking at this from XLG's perspective, I'm trying to get the read on how does G2 want to play this half with this composition. Do they want to get aggressive because they've got double duelists? Are they going to be setting up a lot of traps at mains with the Neon Waylay combo because you have so much ability to just stun up, slow up, saturate your opponents and get that free pick and get out, things like that. But on the other side of the coin, because you have a Harbor here, it also starts to make you think, well, maybe they're going to play a bit retake heavy potentially because you have some ability to do that too. But it's actually just a pretty spread formation, deep posts early. Jogamo trying to get up there.
Oh, sees the TB4, just has to back away. Drops down, giving up that space, and now XLG will be in control of the site. Fast rotation is going to be coming through. Meanwhile, Happyway, a late linger into mid, gonna be spotted, but he finds the headshot on the trench. The damage even now, talking about dead as well. Will be able to deal one back, so 3v3 as the dust settles. Advance for the moment. Two XLGs, they look to try to hold this line. Baby swinging, finds the finishing shot, but Happyway trades it. Leaf again, now on the hunt. Goes up and over the top, he's unanticipated and unread. The Cove there to try to protect Leaf, just body blocking as well. So the Fuse gets held up to completion. 3K for Leaf, and a pistol round win for G2. Puts them in the lead for the first time here on Abyss.
There you go, now you get to see some real value out of Arbor, especially on a pistol round.
अब बने हारने वाले
break.
शॉट मारा था बे
Great presence of mind there. Set one up high-low there for G2 on this retake. You know, the star comes out immediately. You drop one underneath, set up another one up top, get that high-low, and it's so difficult for XLG to get the read on that.
Membership
really nice retake for
G2.
Another pistol going the way of XLG, but hang on. Oh, what a shock dart.
That is a massive bit of damage. 3 players tagged up, Happyway eating the brunt of that. Follow up, not going to be able to find anything more, but still, G2 very well set up for a clean anti-eco. Draga revealed, taken down, Baby with that outlaw on hand, but able to find No Man as well. So now, Duelist eliminated.
Actually, insanely improved किया वो बंदे ने.
Lone player at full HP, has a shorty in hand, playing.
मतलब मस्ती से एकदम serious player हो गया वैसे टाइप.
Falls into his trap. Seems like maybe Chogamo getting a bit of a read of this one. Just sliding forwards, turning around, he's trying to find him. Eventually we'll be able to do something. Not before Valen falls, but the cleanup will be swift. One player surviving, G2. Damn clean. Move up now, 8-6.
Bit of a discussion. Who wants the alt orb?
Make sure you get the orb onto the right player. Make sure you've got all the good weaponry.
So I really like this round for G2 in terms of what I'm seeing in their defensive protocols. The patience here, the early darts, they're going to be waiting for that second follow-up dart to see if Trent can, double down on that, get a kill. There's a grab well there as soon as the execute comes through to cut the pieces of XLG in half, and then you've got the recon stuff to come through after that to get that vision, get that early kill. You just play that flood retake, so they have a much harder time getting that plant down.
Game वैसा है
flood retake, but it's sort of a hold, we'll call it.
मैंने सुना बहुत सारा खास दोस्त गेम्स होता है सच है क्या? कल ही हुआ था भाई रात को.
Clear there for Jagamo, so he can keep pressing forward, and it's a big stack from G2.
He is not alone in this. This is a massive push out. 3 players, but it looks like they will just fade away. Not looking to go on the flank. Baby Bank fires out a shot. We'll be able to find the clone. Tucks into the corner now, though, as the Saturate lobs in.
The blue
dash over the side to avoid getting caught. Shocks at the ready. Decent baiting here from XLG. Just trying to get this util out of G2 nice and early. Frack now down. The push forward. No Man on the peak. Able to find one. Jagamo eliminated. Leaf desperately trying to find that kill. Eventually will be able to do so, but now it's going to be eliminated as well. 3-4, attempts the wide swing, but Lysor able to find the track. Valen, however, stinger in hand, comes up with 2. Never planted. So Leaf just backs away, he dips out of the sight.
I got the spike.
Chat 1v1.
Does he go for a full rotation? And where does Raga feel that he can plant this the safest?
Oh, no way.
Does he also maybe think that he can cut across? He's pouring all the way around. Leaf tucking in over towards mid. Raga, does he peek the angle? He's gonna have knife out, and Leaf plays it to perfection. Another 3K. And now a bonus conversion for G2.
How does he read that? Unbelievable. Saw something in the tape, and he's like, I bet he's gonna try to go the other way. I'm just gonna hold the angle just in case. If he still plants B, that's fine, or excuse me, A, that's fine. Beautiful, beautiful stuff here. And of course, Valen with a stinger. Such a scary weapon in his hands. Leaf up to 15.
Giving him the finger wag.
बेचारे लोग अभी खड़े नहीं होंगे chat लग गए.
A series of massive rounds from this guy. As G2 now find themselves in a very healthy lead. 3 rounds up. The timeout call from XLG will come through. Try to steady things.
एक सेकंड बहुत बड़ा मैसेज आया है. Binks भाई I earned my first money yesterday. I play snooker, so I won the competition in UP. So I bought your membership. With it, I just love you. You really helped me through hard phase. Love you यार, love you यार. भाई अगर तेरे को दे मालूम, I am also a snooker professional. Yup. अगर तेरे को नहीं मालूम. दो ही गेम मेरा ओपी है, एक क्रिकेट और एक snooker.
Be really congratulations on the victory. God bless you, you had some opportunities there to not give over that bonus, but a few shaky moments despite some really good stuff at times from XLG today in terms of sharp mechanics. Trent, oh goodness.
Language.
For the most part, a little bit of damage on the Happy Way once again.
Bro needs to hesitate.
Sent in. No man, not quite landing there in tower.
This guy.
Trent will get revealed. Just tucks back,
bro,
sends out drone of his own up and over the harbor wall. Gets the spot onto a couple of players. They do backpedal as now. Here comes the drop down, and Trent able to find the timing. Raga not reading that he was being flanked out of that position. Ends up onto the wayside. This baby Bay looking for another no scope. This time won't be able to find it, but it's going to be Valen. His turn to find the 3K. His turn to take the lead. G2 hit double digits.
And this high tide is so cool that Valen is using here because it cuts off the forces. This time, instead of using a grab well to dissect the execute, they use this high tide and they're able to isolate players, set up those flanks in front of it, and then once that drops, then you've got the density of angles for yourself for those crossfires to take into the main. Really nice setups from G2. I like the variety that I'm seeing. I like the protocols that I'm seeing. And now they're leaning over B, expecting a change up in ideology from XLG. But XLG actually
by mazak set kar likh ke lo, this will be the best map for Arbor.
Mid-vent initially, but it's a TP back, just trying to bait some rotations
not Pearl,
out.
That's expected. This is such a pivotal round. If XLG aren't able to find it here. Again kicked back. G2 2 rounds away from taking the map. Their ult economy as well in a very healthy spot. Check from Lysor. Cancels him for now. It's a drone to lead forward. Cosmic Divide going to be called in from Happy Way. It's Valen.
Maybe Lotus B.
Gets the hit onto No Man. Just pushes forward.
But ye
absolutely
best.
tears him to pieces. He's just locked him completely out of the sight. Now sets up another wall. Trent just now arriving. Paranoia sent through, but Valen still holding close, turns the flash, and has two of them lined up. Looks for that fourth, runs out of bullets. As Lysor able to hold his own. It would have to be an ace clutch to get them back into this to stop G2 from advancing up to 11-round wins.
I hope he just saves here.
Take the time, grab the orb, but the time is just not there on his side. 10 seconds remaining. And just tuck in along the wall, set up another smoke, and try to stay safe. Try to stay protected. We talk about is sprinting in around the back. Pursues in a bit deeper, might be able to find him. Pop the Nebula now will dissipate. Lysor holds his own to find a 3K and does nearly manage to get that ace, but he cannot find the round win.
Well, I mean, still Lysor looking sharp, but it's all Valen. He just shuts this round down by himself. It's off of this Cosmic Divide because it's only leaving that small area in front of the bridge for the plant off of its angle. So he immediately counters with the Reckoning and just pushes. He's like, if they're flooding, I'm going to hit them with this thing. They're going to be slowed up and I'm going to just come in and deal with them. And then he has that follow-up smoke util to give himself that extra room of space so they can set up that crossfire outside of the main. Beautiful. Great reactions again.
And it hasn't been too long since the previous one, but here comes the final timeout of this for XLG.
Normal members का भी WhatsApp group है मेरी जान कर रहे हो. Normal members का भी WhatsApp group है.
A single round win.
बस उसमें मैं chat पढ़ता हूँ, chat करता नहीं. No difference. Match point अभी.
Especially after what you saw, you know, against NRG, where they're actually able to make somewhat of a
fight,
somewhat
of a comeback
NRG
and look at
this is just, I think, just better game planning from G2, especially on this A side. You know, was hoping that there'd be some exploration of B, but you know, as
all
G2,
the beautiful ladies in the chat,
excuse me, leaning B again. Why not? You know, if you could just leave 2 on A and you can lock it out anyway.
खत्म करो मेरे को कल के एग्जाम के लिए पढ़ाई करना है कल कौन सा एग्जाम है होली भाई हेलो
G2 and one of the mains
एक महीने का छुट्टी नहीं है
looks like maybe they're just gonna consider something. We'll see.
They're gonna keep hitting this A side of the map.
Yeah.
This time. Valen not there, doesn't have the ult online, but you do have Baby Bang with an operator.
तो बहुत गंदा खेलते हैं फिर भी उधर है अर्पित भाई.
Wide angle from backside. See if he
और आप यहाँ पे chat पे बताओ.
Need to catch on anyone. Smoke will disrupt him though. Quickly makes his exit. Meanwhile, man just breaking the door, cuts across into mid.
Look what they're doing. They're completely fanning out away from the A side because they're scared
of
that util that's been hitting them when they've made those executes. So they're just going to take space instead.
Full retake है, full retake. वो लोग ने rotations का R भी चालू नहीं किया.
Cancel. Valen is already hugging back towards that defender's spawn, so knows that he hasn't gotten himself into that position. Cosmic Divide, same time, going to be called in. Pretty much all players of XLG playing in front of this.
सारे cities से जाएंगे.
Players now on the site itself. Draga trying to fish for something there with that Sheriff up over the top. Lysor with the Phantom, able to find Jogamo with a push forward into the smoke. Gets Valen as well as Trent gets taken down with the Hunter's Fury.
Oh, no man, क्या slow डाला.
Seems like this time the timeout call working a treat. As a leap, Will trying to tuck into that cubby. Will just get picked apart. Baby Bay stopping it from being a flawless, but will not be able to hold on to the operator. It is a MasterCard thrifty for XLG to rally their way back into this map.
Yeah, so you can see the answers here for XLG is they know that holding those deep post plants in A main isn't going to be effective against this comp. The way that they're able to layer those smokes. I mean, you saw it this time with the Cosmic Divide cutting off main, that we have to play a little bit on site, so that means we have to create space at Heaven, at Rope, to make sure that we have those extra angles, that we can have a little bit of a safer post plant. So we're going to commit resources to that early. So now we need to see what kind of adjustment G2 is considering. But it's looking a little stock standard other than what Valen's
hello Bunks by Keso. Give me some assurance.
Sees the dash.
Currently in UAE getting scared of the whole situation. Seeing missiles flying over my head.
More than enough to get the kill. Looks like XLG with that kill and still not going to be leaning fully into A. They want to explore to mid once again. Valen just around the corner. Would almost certainly be dead to rights with the Stinger at this range, but then again, if anything, anybody can work a miracle with that gun, it would be him. But
लेकिन मैं जितना सुना उतना heavy वाला scene नहीं है रे.
Dimensional Drift going to be invested. Valen looking to try to get the collapse here on the Happy Wave. Will be able to do so. Weapon upgrade. Meanwhile, Raga forward on the site, spotting out the two defending players. And Jogamo snappy with that shot, but quickly is traded out. Snowman keeps him in with the advantage.
Buddy, I hope you are safe, Merijan. I hope you are safe.
Actually, obtaining the Stinger. Virgin
I hope
going
you
to be
stay
invested.
safe, Merijan.
So XLG investing heavily into this round. Valen's still going to be good for one. Jump spot, sees another, trying to hit the stun. Leo eating a bit of damage. Sends out the recon. Will have the clear, but gets the double ping. Knows that they're advancing from this position. The shock darts layered in. Hold them back. Swinging the corner, and that should be the cleanup, but Trent.
नहीं है flights.
That's what Standing believe he has just enough time.
Are censored है.
Running out of it though, and no safe way to try to get the fuse going. This round will be XLG's Snowman finds a 3K. 3 more rounds to go, and they'll be tying us up.
Yeah, it's looking really nice.
क्यों ऐसे वैसे जगह नहीं है रे ये थोड़ा heavy वाला जगह है समझ रहे
able to create really disruptive. Yes, a weaker buy.
Civilians
for
तो
G2 here.
मेरे हिसाब से protected रहेंगे.
Refract position.
भाई देख डर के वैसे भी कुछ नहीं होने वाला मेरे जान. हाँ.
Nice work by Leo on that backside to really buy some time. Delay with his utility.
Ever और क्या?
All right, I want to see more of that then, no man. Keep it up.
Oman से government flight है बंग्स भाई.
हाँ वो रहा. Available though for G2.
Options रहेंगे भाई ऐसा नहीं कि options नहीं रहेंगे.
Maybe big. Double dashing forward, trying to see if he spots anybody. Happy Way. Nearby enough, but loses the fight. Slide across, Jogamo plants his feet. Eventually is able to clean up the kill. Meanwhile in mid, Trent takes down Raga, and now The days is there, saturated from the old baby, able to collect life sword, at least just no man. This time needs a 4K. Wise G2 will be getting themselves up to map point. There's the first, looks for the second, won't be able to have it. Trent will shut him down. G2, 1 round away from closing out their opponent's map pick of Abyss.
Great adjustment here from G2, starting to push. If your opponent is going to commit a lot of bodies towards mid, that's going to open up some space for you. Send a little bit of pressure on the extremities, and that is exactly what G2 does.
अबे उधर है तो क्या प्लान बी बोलो ना.
And you have Jogamo to slide past to set you up with those two-player situations. Don't give Happyway any chance to make any hero plays. Here comes a big one. There's a huge setup coming. Slowed up just a bit.
They're finally trying to attack into this B side. Hunter's Fury going to be opened up. Leaf Balan able to find one apiece. The duelists are gone. There's that entry power. That dives dispatched.
GG.
Still yet with some fight in him.
Wait a minute, na GG.
Just managed to find a kill.
Jogamo बहुत जल्दी आया
Jogamo, a Bucky in hand here around the back, maybe able to find this spike, but it seems like they're wise to this. Staring at this position, but turns away from it, and that's when Jogamo finds a gorgeous timing. Another solid shutdown from Lysor. Seems to always have his number. Needs so much more. Refract takes Baby out to safety, saturate close just in case the counter swing is coming through.
Oh, वो जिस हिसाब से भाग रहा था, उनको लग रहा है कोई टाइमिंग ले
Top 2 performance from the squad thus far on this map. Have everything to do, and Valen has another timing.
Chile bro, my sister also in the back. Everything will be alright.
We'll just have Leaf take him down off screen.
True.
13-8, G2 struggling in that first half, but they look clean from the defense. They take down XLG on XLG's map pick.
Yeah, you really have to be impressed with some of the protocols and some of the big ideas that you have, especially with this harbor for G2.
And now Haven going to be coming up next. The desk was assured that this was going to be the pick of G2. It is. We'll see if they can close it out or if XLG can fight back and take us to map 3.
My friend is coming tomorrow. Their flight yesterday was cancelled. They will progress already planned passengers. Whose ticket got cancelled. ये रहा. भाई लेकिन भाई एक सीन है, देखो सिचुएशन है ना दुनिया में खराब चल रहा है, लेकिन प्लान ए बी सी बहुत कुछ रहता है. जैसा प्लान ए पे ना अपन लोग ने मैसेजेस दिया था कि कुछ कांड हो सकता है, वार्निंग, बाहर आ जाओ. ठीक है, प्लान बी है भाई, जो वो लोग बोल रहे हैं वो सुनो, जो वहाँ का गवर्नमेंट जो भी तुम लोग को नोटिफिकेशन दे रहा है वो सब सुनो. क्योंकि मेरे को याद है मैं जब भी जापान्स गया था, आई थिंक जापान्स में ही भाई, मेरे को पता नहीं वो लोग को मेरा नंबर कहाँ से मिला, लेकिन मेरे को अर्थक्वेक का वार्निंग आ रहा था, पता नहीं कैसे. ट्रैफिक का भी आया था शायद, मेरा नंबर उनको कहाँ से मिला पता नहीं. यहाँ का नंबर वहां पे था, वो बात अलग है, रोमिंग ऑन था, लेकिन उनको कैसे पता, सोचने वाली बात है. तो है मतलब इतना देखो, ये सब सीन में ना सिविलियंस का इतना वो नहीं रहता है, वो लोग आपस में भिड़ते हैं. बट आई होप यू स्टे सेफ मेरी जान के टोटे. और जो वो लोग बोल रहे हैं वो देखो, फिर भी डर लग रहा है, एम्बेसी से बात करो, समझ रहे हो, वो ऑप्शन है कि नहीं. डर के मतलब नहीं, डर के कुछ होने वाला है. जापान इज टर्निंग फुटस्टेप्स इनटू इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, उनका अलग ही चलता है ना बे. हाँ, इधर क्या क्या नहीं हो रहा है भाई, क्या क्या नहीं हो रहा है. अच्छा, उनका अलग ही है. फुटस्टेप कैसे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में बे भाई. लेकिन मैं मजाक से हटकर मैं तुम लोगों को एक चीज बोलूंगा भाई, जापान हो गया, कोरिया हो गया, भाई ये सब जगह पे ना ब्रो इतना मतलब पता नहीं क्या, मेरा एक चीज देख के मेरा दिमाग घूम गया. 70-80 years old ग्रैंड फास्ट और ग्रैंड मास एक्टिव AF ब्रो, एक्टिव AF. मतलब कोई खुद का दुकान चल रहा है, कोई मस्त जॉगिंग वॉगिंग कर रहा है. हाँ खतरनाक बे, पता नहीं कैसे इतने एक्टिव, इतने. एमबीसी कुछ करते हैं अपनी, ऑब्वियसली करती है भाई, एमबीसी हो. आई एम हियर इन दुबई रेसिडेंट. देख कंफर्म है, AED से आया सबसे. अभी मेरे सामने अराउंड 2 किलोमीटर दूर एक मिसाइल गिरा, एंड बिफोर दैट वी ऑल वार्निंग्स ऑन फोन. ओनली सॉल्यूशन इज टू डोंट गो आउट. बस ये रहा, ये रहा, ये हुई ना बात. ब्रो मेरे को इंटरनेशनल कॉल करके इंटरनेशनल कॉल आ रहा है, ये कैसे था? ये कौन है भैया जी? ये कौन सा इंटरनेशनल कॉल करके इंटरनेशनल कॉल है भाई? कौन है भैया? +44 का नंबर है भाई? यूके भाई कॉल मत करो भाई, सुपर चैट करो. उसका नाम है इंटरनेशनल कॉल. अरे गंड मरे. +44. मेरा माउस बहुत चिपका रहा है भाई. आई थिंक मेरा माउस मैट गया है या फिर माउस गया.
I think we got inspiration from another team and thought like I think it'll work for us. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Ali bhai, thank you for the Australian American dinars mere jaan grote.
All right, well, G2 picks up the win, but I gotta say that was like the most baby bay thing for him to say. I imagine. No, Josh, bro, no, dude, that was a one-off. It's all good, and next time I got you. That's like literally how it probably happened. But hey, he had him, and it was a great performance from the Waylay for Baby Bay. But really, though, Sideshow, the talk of the town was the Harbor going into the game, and it seems like stats-wise, the Harbor coming out of it was playing quite well.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even need the stats. The idea, the theory was all really, really good. It was the best Harbor in terms of the ideas that they had and the way that they were playing it. I love the way that VALORANT was playing on the defense side as well, which is where we've seen most of the Harbor struggle.
Yeah, very well done. The usage of all of the utility pieces was easily the best. The ult value on those repushes back into that A site on defense, he just completely nullified a hit with the Astro Wall, pushes up close, they totally lock out XLG. Yeah, the defensive game plans really were sick.
And also, you had individuals that were popping off. That takes us to our HyperX Reflex moment of the day. And this one's got to go to the dog, Jogamo, because he decides that he wants to go for first, seconds, thirds, and heck, why not? I'll get some fourths también. And he does so in such quick fashion, Sideshow.
Crucial round as well.
Dude, Lysor is barely on his screen. It's just like an effect behind the and I love the pushes though.
And the theme continues of Jaw just having his best run of games with his team this year, just after going back to the duelists he's more comfortable with that are a little bit more dynamic in some ways.
I like the Neon as well because I think they're playing a flood defense and retake style. You don't need the Yoru for the early fighting because they're just going to allow the exec to happen and then either quick retake or flood defend them anyway. The Neon makes perfect sense.
And I kind of like this idea of like, what are we going to throw here? Are we going to play a Yoru? Could we play a Neon? It sounds like that's maybe somewhere that they want to go with that, which I think is quite fascinating. Also, too, we were seeing some great plays from Baby Bay as we had talked about. Jen had asked Josh about that. He was reassured, no, guys, I got this covered. And hey, I'm glad you did, buddy, because look at the stats there. I mean, Wyatt, a huge difference from that first game.
Yeah, I'm really not going to give you a deep dive on any particularly crazy aspect of his play, how he's pathing around the map. Bro, you just looked at him on the camera, you watched his POV, his aim was just on point today.
Yeah.
He's actually just feeling comfortable. The aim is looking good.
Yeah,
that's really it.
Yeah, you were looking at him in the PaperX game, and it was like, I don't know, he just wasn't in there for some reason.
Yeah.
But I do agree with what he said to Josh RT. It's probably just a one-off. I don't think he's going to be volatile and go back down to that level of performance.
Sure.
I think this is more what you're expecting.
I will say, though, you've already come out of the gate with a bit of a stinker. So at this point now, you have to only just continue to add on from there if you're babyface. So pressure's on, but I think it's safe to say he's the type of player that does thrive.
Yeah, I think you said it. This is the perfect game to get the bounce back.
It is.
Really is.
You know, and that is happening.
But let's go ahead and shift the conversation over to XLG. What is going on over there? Because coming into this one, why we were like, hey, they just need to get 4 or 5 rounds. They got 6 on the defense.
Yeah, they win the pistol. They get several other rounds by actually being proactive, having defense protocols where they're pushing down the extremities on retakes. They actually have players flanking. They're taking so much more map control on defense. This was a great half from them. It felt like they were set up to get the win. Now, obviously, in hindsight, we know that G2 just had a phenomenal defensive game plan to ultimately shut them down. But another hopeful takeaway, if you're trying to extract any cope remnants that are left for XLG, they made some good changes. They made adaptations.
They did.
Clawing for any cope that's left.
He's going to lose his dang mind over here, people. Well, let's see what's going on with the coach of XLG. We had Jen an opportunity to catch up with him head of map 2.
Here with the XLG now. Haven is coming up next. Just wanted to ask you, were you guys able to make your Haven stronger after the energy series? And what were the discussions around it?
भाई जिसको नहीं मालूम है फर्स्ट कास्ट दोस्त मेंबर था ये फर्स्ट था रिन्यू किया है वापस फर्स्ट पे आगे ब्रिजेश भाई दैट्स एब्सोल्युटली गॉर्जियस ऑफ यू हैप्पी होली के दिन अपने कास्ट दोस्त मेंबरशिप लिया है W in my books.
All right, thank you so much and good luck on Haven.
Oh जी, yep.
He asked for his players to be a bit more ballsy. I like that. We saw that a little bit in that defensive side. So you need to see them, Wyatt, extract that a little bit more going into this one. But did I hear him right in saying that they're going to do something completely different?
They're going to be a different team.
Oh, okay.
I hope.
I don't think he means the comp. I think he means that stylistic shift.
Yes, because they were ultra passive on that defense, and you don't want to be playing a ton of retakes on Haven.
No.
The amount of times they had to go for like 5-on-5s over towards that A side, you do not want to find yourself in that situation nearly as often as they were.
But again, just to return back to this, yes, the defense side looked improved, and yes, that is some cope that maybe they'll play the defensive Haven better. But then, when they got on the attack, G2 had already anticipated the strength of XLG and neutralized it utterly. I mean, that attack side, they got almost nothing done.
At least also to the credit of XLG. If you address the individuals, which we haven't yet, Lysor stepping up again. He drops 20 there. Happy Ray's aim looks superb, adds to Vargas. No Man was hitting some shots here and there too, so I don't think they're out of individual form. They were outplayed in the macro.
Yeah, but I just think the individual stuff from G2 is going to be bonkers with this comp. You know, it's a comp that they nicked from PaperX, and it's all about individual stuff.
Their attack side calling was great when they played this comp previously. They were able to have some really hard-hitting executes around Jaw with his Phoenix, and then later in that half, use them to sell fakes. They were really working the map excellently.
You should never see 100% defense win rate on one of these stats. Like that is, it's
well, and you want to know why? Because the last time we saw this composition for G2, they beat MIBR 13-4 on Haven. So this is going to be an uphill battle for XLG. Can they bounce back, force that map 3? Here's once again Achilles and Paper Thin.
It all comes down to this for XLG. Needing to win on their opponent's map pick, needing to have a strong performance on this Haven where G2 have looked electric with this new comp, with this stylistic change. And that's just to push it into that third final decider map of Breeze. Otherwise, we will be saying goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. And it's an oppressive comp on the defender's side because of your ability to take fights at some tough angles, especially around the Phoenix and the Aura with those flashes. you can use it against some of that Viper util to cut through it, to kind of slow up some of the attacks. Let the Neon go through and deal with the back layers as well. Got some good plans for that. Jog, speaking of, curveball out. He's got a punch.
And he is spotting so many players, but it's going to be Raga who runs him down. Leaf dead at the same time. The duelists are eliminated. Valen nearby enough, but XLG pumping the brakes a little bit, not just storming their way forward into the C site.
ये 6 पूछ रहा है रॉसी ने एसिडल रॉसी नाम क्यों रखा है?
Sent through baby bay. Scaling forward.
Hey, 6 आ रहा है इसके बाद.
Raga gets the better of him. Checks in, tries to go for the slide forward. Valen will be able to shut him down.
Wipe हो गया.
Now a 2v4. Otherwise XLG looking to come away with another pistol round win. It's going to be a full pivot across the A side.
गया 100% तुम्हारा.
You know there's at least one there, so at worst
100% गया तुम्हारा.
Potentially facing one other over on A, so see if you can open up a bit of space, and they have.
अभी नहीं है वो यहाँ गेम में पूछा.
Wealthy players on G2. A long lurk from Valen, but an alarm bot there to check him. So good diligence being shown. Good patience with hanging on to some of that util. Now the flank has been alerted to.
Yeah, no other choice, just has to clear it. Works his way down through sewers. Now the turret set up as well. Let's get that further alert, and Trent has already been eliminated. He's looking for the KJ on that jump across, but Nomad will be able to play elusively. Valen going to be good for one, but Nomad has a 3K. Trying to fast track that lockdown on XLG. They find themselves another pistol.
Yeah, just keeping it a little bit simple here for XLG.
We'll try to avoid any damage from,
pretty nice curveball. It's because you're just a step ahead of it as Raga doesn't get caught by it at all. As the Neon is able to slide past with the frenzy. And then hanging on to that KJ util. Makes things all the easier. He's letting him know he got another 3K.
Oh, 3K.
He's going to be bringing a Bulldog, is no man, into this
round.
ये
जीता ना, ये vibe आ रहा है भाई, रार का नियम बाप लगता है भाई.
Jogamo is going to be looking to do that Jing impersonation. Gather orbs as quickly as one can. Try to get the fast track on the ult.
They're going to be passive about this. With those shotguns there, if there's some patience shown by G2, you might get a little bit of value out of them. You never know. Headhunter for Baby Bay 2.
Map 3 में लेकिन मेरे को नहीं लगता भाई रार का नियॉन लेगा.
Smoke is going to fall, so it has to drift back around the corner, but there's no one to clear this drone for him.
Take flight.
Bye-bye, Leaf. With a shorty, but doesn't actually check the corner. Now they have it confirmed. He's got no way to get out of this position, but it looks like XLG don't really want to even try to challenge it too heavily. Off the back away, but they do get a shock dart in to take him down to 25.
बस भाई कल के मैचेस में मार्टिन ने उनको प्लस का विन को ऑफ डिफ्यूज किने करने दिया हेडफोन है.
With that shorty.
Shot him earlier और easy होता ना.
Trying to see if they can get some more value out of these close range guns, but Leaf hasn't moved a muscle.
रोहित भाई कौन सा राउंड मेरे को थोड़ा
trying to swing out.
Brain lag.
No easy way to clear that recon, and Valen won't be able to make much happen with that shorty himself. Trent will find one. Swing around the back. Bulldog going to be scooped up for Jogamo. See what kind of damage he can get with it. He's down to 42 and doesn't have the util to try to heal himself back up. We'll just be playing it out from this low health.
देखना पड़ेगा रे.
Ball going to be lobbed in. Quick little double swing
out
sure
from the site. Answer दिया
रहेगा. Will be able to collect the kill onto the Phoenix. 10 Baby Bank. Doubled up here inside of Garage. Will swing in. Lysor will collect all 4 kills for himself.
Bro,
and that's a 2-0 start. A very clean one for XLG.
That's exactly what they need.
उसने क्या खाया उसको वो याद नहीं रहता ये सब पूछ language पंको.
That momentum going. Just great patience there, anticipating.
Almost $8 You're pretty close,
around those angles. They dealt with every single layer of it very nicely. Even had a little bit of backup there for Raga when he gets flashed by Jogamo. So loving what I'm seeing. This is really clean, efficient stuff. You know, sticking together as a team, working together as a team. The coordination seems good.
See if now
G2 can disrupt that a bit.
If they can find themselves a bonus conversion, this would be monstrous for them to run their way back into this. There's Baby Bank tucking back. Swing onto the corner, and Raga is able to find him before he can even TP out. Not even that much damage could be found.
Still, perfect
that is a critical
वो half वो time by कर रहा था half वाला बोल रहा है ना half के पहले किने मारा वो टाइम बाय कर रहा था, क्या पता दोनों लाइन ऑफ फायर में आ जाते तो.
It's going to come down to some of these individual moments, these individual players.
हाफ जो करने दिया.
Let's get a little bit.
वो इन एनी केस विन था. जब भी उसने पहला शॉट मार के टीपी मारा ना, तब भी परफेक्ट प्ले हो गया था.
Eventual B hit.
We're trying to keep this attention on A.
याद है.
Jog him out here in mid, gets the transfer and massacres 4. Out of nowhere once again. And if you're Raga, you're just scratching your head wondering what in the hell just happened. Finds a jump here on the leaf. Strafing his way out in the mid, but now they have his position noted. The spike still dropped outside of window. Trent lurks forward.
बाकी लोग ने गिव अप कर दिया इसका.
Raga wanting to try to isolate him, find this kill, will be able to do so. Now needs to just try to stay alive.
अभी आया, ऑडियंस आया वापस. वापस आया.
They'll go his separate ways. Jogamo on the prowl, looking to try to get the catch, spots him, but can't quite find him through the box. But Palin is there, situated on the C site to clean it up. It does get messy. They lose 3 players.
Yeah.
So damage dealt to G2. And XLG cannot find the bonus conversion.
G2 2-0 जीता तो आप रेडेड.
Again, those curveballs, but those last 2 shots are outrageous from Jogamo.
Bro, क्या मारा भाई.
When he hits.
भाई क्या मारा
यार. It just seems like he's going to take a round for you. Gonna find that 3K, that 4K.
देख रहे हो वहाँ पे सारे couples. कैसे चढ़ तुम लोग?
Shotgun there for Leaf. He's got the judge.
भाई क्या मारा यार.
Trent, a lot of pressure here.
भाई ये सब देख के ना खेलने का मन करता है.
One of the things about this comp as a fade, you're oftentimes left on your own at long A. So your protocols and your ability to kind of escape danger have to be really, really good. You can see the XLG wants to try to put some pressure there to see if they can get him overstepping, but so far he's being patient with it. Judge confirmed.
Leaf just pulling back enough to get that gate crash out. They know that the judge is going to be in play just on the other side of that door. Let's pilot this one very cautiously. Crowley will be able to spot out Lysor. Looks like this is going to end up being an A-lane for XLG. Spike to be collected, but 2 players already scaled up at long. Trademark will be heard and noted.
Should give you a little of extra time here. Another change in this comp from G2 compared to Paper Rex is that they run the Astro instead of the stars there at the front of the site too to maybe disrupt this execute.
Ready for the C's Molly. Trying to catch them right here on the entryway. C's and the Molly end up going out a little bit early, and now looks like XLG going to be calling for a pivot potentially. We'll rotate out, but this might be right into Leaf, who's got that judge now situated here at B main.
Oh shit.
The Nebula gone. The Neon sprinting forward. He's unable to confirm the kill with that judge. Trent now coming to the rescue.
Shit.
Leads up the kill on the Raga, and the time is getting away from XLG. They're going to try to go for another fast pivot. 10 seconds remaining.
C पे भी नहीं जा सकते.
They find one, but it's already gone. They've absolutely squandered it.
B पे भी नहीं जा सकते.
As soon as they run into that judge, it all goes awry. They're trying to hold on to these weapons, but Valorant will not allow it. G2, 4 players surviving, tie it up 2-2.
And you can see the understanding that G2 has of the push and pull of this composition on the map. You know, don't give up too much as that fade. You have that trademark there at the top of sewers as well to give you a little bit of extra comfort.
Europe क्यों है? Viper is so good.
You want to disrupt the executes. You want to get that Phoenix into position onto A to throw those curveballs to buy that extra little bit of time, maybe find those kills on the entry players. And that forces XLG away because you have that extra layer with the C's Molly and then the grab well as well. So it's really difficult. Like they wanted to bait it out, but then they made that decision to pivot. And then there's that final piece of the puzzle for G2 with that shot.
वही उसने हाफ क्यों नहीं किया? हाफ क्यों करने दिया ना तेरा क्वेश्चन है.
In the coach interview said he wanted the players to play a bit more ballsy, and so far, I mean, we've seen some intelligent play from them, pumping the brake. When they knew there's going to be shotguns on the other side, playing into that anti-eco. Clearly, they're aware of how G2 likes to position here, but seems like those last little moments, not just trying to just send it into that A site, respecting that C's Molly a bit too much. Then trying to go for a pivot, misreading and losing track of Leaf ends up costing them. So
दोनों को मार दे कि वो लोग का रीड था ए शॉट और शावर है करके.
The tendencies of G2.
और प्लस वो टाइम बाय कर रहा था.
He's wanting them to be a little bit more proactive in the early part of the round. It's just taking a little too long because can get that plant through probably if there's another 10 seconds, 15 seconds on that clock when they pivot back toward B. Or at least try to, at least make a better go of it. But it's just too little, too late.
anyways, जीत गया था वो.
So G2 just gonna move the trademark a little bit.
I love it.
It's a full armor buy for Raga, so it seems like they do want to invest the overdrive into this.
Absolutely, I love that.
Bandits.
I love that. The garage is where the trademark is. Look at this push out.
This could be pretty rough here for Leaf potentially, but looking for the catch. Valiant pushes forward, fills that space, and they know exactly where Lysor's ended up. Heavyweight will manage to push his way forward. Brings up the enemy Astra to try to gain this space control on the C site. Spot out the quick shot. Heavyweight going to be taking out Leaf. Still here, still fighting. It's good for it, and Baby Bay has the cleanup. No Thrifty to be found. Silver linings at Raga. Never got the opportunity to pop that overdrive. Still does have it. Gets into a sticky situation.
I love the protocols here. Leaf gonna push further forward into Cubby. Has the TP to back out. Valen has that extra layer to cover. Even though Raga is able to get through, a bunch of damage on the way in.
कुछ भी करता
getting there.
जीत गया था. हाफ से पहले मार दो तो भी वो जीत गया था.
Secure the
हाफ
round.
में वो देख रहा था अगर दूसरे का पोजीशन मिल गया तो भी वो जीत गया.
Coordination again.
वैसा था.
The big thing here for G2 today is that mental game and the coordination. That was something that was absolutely killing them against Paper Rex.
मेन क्या है कि हाफ से पहले मार दिया तो ज़्यादा टाइम मिलेगा सेकंड प्लेयर को. टैप करके फेक करके उसका पिक आउट ब्रेक करके मारने का. समझ रहा?
Does get taken down, but it's a very nice clear of garage from No Man. Leaf, bit of a rough start here on this Yoru, just the one kill we found thus far. Looking for the entry, push forward. Raga instantaneous with that one. Jogamo narrowly able to stay alive. Didn't use a check forward, and Leo just tucked into the cubby. Does manage to outdo him. Use it now to a 2v3, but swing instantly able to find Leo. No Man now dead as Baby scales all the way out of a lobby.
क्या हो गया बेबी बे को?
This is all down to Lysor.
किसने हर्ट किया भाई?
1v2 to try to clutch this up.
God, the way he's been shooting today, though.
Oh, it's absolutely possible.
Yes.
Determined or not, whether he is standing, sitting after this round.
कहाँ देखने मिलेंगे? जब चालू तो नहीं तो विशेष है.
Take the TP, but ends up getting caught by the C's. Stuck in position for now. Baby Bay just going to be joining in alongside Trent here at the garage. Smoke now expiring, doesn't have another for another 5 seconds. G2 start working their way forward. But Lysor, the quick peek, he's able to isolate one. He's looking for the second, but Trent will find him through the box. The defuse is in, and G2 stretching the lead, now up 4-2.
Heck of an attempt here by XLG. Some pretty good stuff on the execute. Raga almost has two. Takes Jog down to half. He's going to get cut down, but that's swing by Trent. Huge. Baby Bay. Great job expecting the re-aggression off to clear the alarm bomb. Swapped guns there too. Went over to the Phantom. Found one on the ground. Really nice on-the-fly decision-making there from a lot of different players on G2. Trent just barely able to win that last one against Lysor.
He did pop the tour de force, so he had that long-range option just in case. So we'll not have that, but I don't think he minds it too much. We'll have cash aplenty. For now has an outlaw, which is going to be useful against everybody aside from Raga. Once again, is going to be looking to try to utilize this overdrive. Swinging out the blaze wall. There's Leaf. Gets this Nebula pop and finds Leo as well as the spike. Happyway swinging around the back, but he's already out like a thief of the night. Quick gate crash out towards safety, but No Man trying to fight back here at Sewers. It's a little bit of assistance from Zelman. Trent will be taken down, so now a 3v3. Raga instantly dispatched. What a shot from Leaf. Cleans him up, and now again, a player disadvantage. Bit of ring around the rosy here on the B site. Baby Bay not spotting out Happyway, nor the other way around. I believe he hears that TP, and now will be able to strike, but no, Leaf still holding his own. Liza once again asked to do it all. Baby Bay, I think he's seen the gun barrel. The second shot will connect. 5-2, once again, economy broken down. The overdrive still in the back pocket. XLG just not getting into a solid position to really even start these rounds.
And the thing is even though Leaf takes that one player, you know, it's just proactiveness from G2. He gets out, and then they immediately re-aggress into sewers because they know that that's where you're going to want to plant that lockdown from No Man. They want to prevent that before it even has a chance of getting through. You're cutting the ults away from XLG before they can even use them, putting them back onto an eco. Just phenomenal calling and game planning.
Clear of the recon, Baby Bay.
Bang by King of Powers, 2 good in 2 matches, right? Why isn't he
No Man
retained?
shutting down Leaf. Weapon not going to be recoverable here for the moment, but that is a very critical opening. As Trent has taken some forward space. Vandal in hand. Alarmbot will have heard that come back online, so should know that they're going to be trending towards this side of the map. They are cognizant, though, of the space they've given up. The wall raised, the Prowler to chase. There's the clear, there's the overdrive. Coming through, the blind connect, but Raga still able to find it. Goes down to 4 HP, narrowly survives.
तो हम लोग को उसको बोलना था नहीं तो मत खेल इधर ही रहे अपना क्या सीन है पता नहीं लेकिन तो यहाँ पे टाइम पास कर
the curveball through gets the connection on the bolt and Jogamo.
Ooh, bro.
He will be sat down, but such damage
Jogamo hai. Jogamo hai.
Gets it into an even numbered situation, but do they read this flank? No Man on the approach will have eyes on Baby Bay, and he will have him dead to rights. And he can even drive a knife into him if you want, but no, we'll just go for the headshot. And that now leaves Valen.
Why
is if he can clutch this out.
Crowd?
Drone going to expire. Valen, I believe, able to skirt across, and No Man is not watching for this at the moment.
Your thoughts on 10th place him?
Critical timing to get this into a 1v1. Leo on the other side, tucked away down below. I mean, he will be able to find a master card thrifty for XLG to win their 3rd round.
Big stuff here. Popping that ult, and even though you get team blinded by Lysor once you popped it.
My bad. I keep scraping my microphone with my teacup.
That's okay. I'm laughing at a couple different things here in that round that were kind of a little bit wonky, but you know what? You get through it. Even though Jog again almost pulls off another 4K, that could have been a difference maker. All's well that ends well there.
That's going to be a big sigh of relief from the coaching booth. Especially if they're able to string together a consecutive win.
Finally getting into maybe doing some damage to the economy here of G2.
China, China. Hello, welcome back. Hello, Shane. Hello, goodbye.
You have so many ults here, though, as G2. So you could play further back. You could play a little bit more retake or anti-pressure like we saw on Abyss with the Harbor, where you find out where that exec is coming through, and that's when you hit them with the ults. And they're in position to maybe do that.
Yeah, China.
You can throw the run it back at it. Use the Cosmic Divide to cut them into pieces.
I don't think they quite got the spot there on the Valen. Shut down to the TP over the backside. Jogamo just going to be snapped back to the ultimate, but not before he's able to find No Man. So now that lockdown unable to come into play. Happy Way leading the charge, scaling forward, but this Nebula about to dissipate, and he is right out into the open. Leap on plat. Makes quick work of him. Jump peaks to find the other players. Now once again, Lysor to try to clutch it out, but it's just 16 HP in a 1v3.
By G2 baap team hai be.
Missing the window to find the punish, but has the hawk reveal. They know that they have him completely boxed in. Trent will clean it up, and G2 get up to 6.
Happy.
Yeah, again, it's just a good read at the beginning of the round here.
Match ka kya hua? Maine highlights nahi dekhe abhi tak.
Bhai dekho, let's put our heavy stack that side. We've got some of the ults that we could potentially utilize. Doesn't even
ये करके बेट टिप्पी मारा फिर ब्लाइंड में वो लोग डबल पिक ले पागल हो गए बे.
You know, Jogamo's ult, so good stuff. Just great planning, and yeah, boy is probably just.
How am
I gonna fix this? Happy Way is a shotgun there as a Viper.
Bit of a spot out on that cross. Nano gets popped. Trying to clear out the corner. Now the push can continue. Lockdown going to be in play. Obviously, no Sova, but will just be that Nightfall coming through. And Jogamo, unscouted in this position, just scales forward, is able to find that kill. Now sets up the wall, tucks away into the corner. Meanwhile, Leaf is still applying pressure from A main to try to keep this Phoenix protected. Pit now blooming in the spot onto one. Lysor going to be picked apart as Leaf is able to find that kill. Bucky comes in. Valen gets taken down. Jogamo just storming his way forward into this pit, but has not been able to find that Viper quite just yet.
Finds
himself on the wrong end of it. Happy Way has to clutch it out. Baby Bay dead here, just around on the swing, tucking into the corner. Leaf decayed all the way down to 1. Has the read, has the shot, and G2 have the round win as well as a lead at the half.
Bro, मजाक सब करो बाहर ही रहता था उसका अल्टा था तो भी वो मार देता था.
They invest so much into this round. And they just can't get it to go. The money's going to be a little bit scuffed here for a couple players. Pull that shotgun through to try to save a little bit extra cash for this pit. It almost works for Happy Way. But Leaf just in time and moved out of that corner. Happy Way would have got him because he probably would have body blocked him and then just shot him, but
ये लोग ने लेकिन एक मेन जो गलत किया शॉट सब गए क्योंकि अल्ट के साथ सब बराबर हो लेकिन वो लॉन्ग जो
swing in right into the crosshair. Baby Bay and Raga dead off the rip.
भाई मजाक सेट करो सिर्फ रीड था उस स्लाइड का.
Thrifty, but Jogamo has this sight on lock.
My God.
You cannot play against his Phoenix out in mid. Just continues to tear them limb from limb. Now this all really comes down to Nomad being able to pull off a miracle with this lurk. He slinked his way all the way through that C site around towards the defender spawn.
Happy Way ने अगर मारा तो निकाल लिया.
Goes on red.
Happy Way मारता तो शायद निकाल लेते थे.
No man's land.
Free kill मिल जाता था इसको.
Should be no world where he gets anywhere near that spike, you would think.
Maybe he could get the catch here, and yet will be able to find the headshot. Needs 4 more of those. Even in a clutch scenario, the operator not necessarily the weapon that you would love to have.
Baby करके चिल्ला तो रहे थे.
Full flash connecting, clone over to the side. Doesn't fall for it, but Leaf is just swinging around. He's looking to knife him! That is just downright disrespectful from Leaf. Unbelievable. Oh, dearie me.
Oh, boy. You know you've got him. And you're just going to go for the style points. Oh, you're going to try to take our op? Cool story. I can bring a knife to this gunfight. No problem.
Takes the second right click, but eventually is able to drive that dagger into the heart of No Man, potentially into the hearts of XLG and the Chinese fans. Ooh. This time, great shutdown. Baby Bay unable to find that opening pick. Leo, the hell of a shot, but Trent just pushes forward into that fast lane, finds the kill onto Raga. The Hunter's Fury from Leo frantically searching, trying to find where he ended up. At the same time, Jogamo storming his way forward.
Bro,
some damage in, but cannot confirm the kill. Snaps back with the right back, and Lysor has been spotted and dealt with. Trent down to 26, unable to find anything else. Cosmic Divide, for now, still going to be holding them in position. Man, just on the opposite side. The wall to fall, spot out, and there's the spray down. Jogamo far too wise to it. If they want to try to rotate out, Valen is watching the exit.
Exactly, and if they try to keep pushing A, that means that util is now not going to be available.
A ही hit करना पड़ेगा. वो लोग अभी किधर नहीं जा सकते हैं. क्योंकि Astra spotted नहीं है.
One's going to post up, looking towards the lobby. He's starting to make his way forward now. Pinging out the window. Maybe that's where he would have repositioned to.
It's 30 seconds remaining. They have to make a go of it. It's the last round of the half. There's no saving here. There's no padding of the stats to be had. There will be a double face out of sewers. 40 health between the remaining players, and Jogamo still here, still looking to be the gatekeeper of this site. The tap of the plant now has to be committed to. Happy Way will find it, and it's going to be narrow margins. Valen will get there before the plant can come in. So all the same, this round, this half, and maybe this map is G2's.
Yeah, they're just so clean with this comp. And even when there are mistakes here and there,
crowd
they're able to bail each other out with some great individual moments. That was a huge shot from Leo.
Advantage है, लेकिन इतना बड़ा भी advantage नहीं है. हर बार क्राउड चलेगा और पीछे तो घूम करेंगे
on the line. XLG
सब
need
लोग
to
5
rally
पीछे
back.
घूमेंगे
We'll
भाई
see if they
राउंड
can
हार
get the
जाएंगे वो लोग
opening pistol as they swap over to the defender's side here on Haven.
Santiago, ¿cómo estamos?
It's not about reaction or doing right. अभी चुपचाप बैठ के थोड़ी देखेंगे वो लोग. टाइमिंग होता है, कोई बाप खेलता है, चिल्लाते ही है वो लोग. ऐसा बात कर रहे हो तुम लोग नहीं चिल्लाओगे. 1v1 सिचुएशन है, यहाँ पे प्लेयर है, कोई फ्लैंक कर रहा रहेगा अपने प्लेयर को, तुम लोग चिल्लाओगे नहीं. पीछे देख बहुत नॉर्मल है, लेकिन वो लोग का वो रहता है बे, नॉइज कैंसिलेशन बहुत कम सुना देता, बहुत मतलब ऑलमोस्ट नेग्लिजिबल. फोर्सेस बोल रहे हैं कि T1 को थोड़ा सुनाई दे रहा है, वो बात अलग है, लेकिन यूजुअली बहुत कम सुनाई देता, बहुत मतलब बहुत कम.
GB having some fun here on the stage.
भाई तुम लोग ये बोल रहे हो भाई क्राउड एडवांटेज चैंप्स में पता है क्या था? ओ फक भाई ये कुछ भी नहीं है बे. पेनल्टी का कमबैक अगर तुम लोग वहाँ पे देखते थे ना स्टेडियम में, ऐसा लगता था प्लेयर्स ने के लिए क्राउड खेल रहे हैं. इतनी एनर्जी दी है ना क्राउड ने, इतनी एनर्जी. ओह माय गॉड, हर राउंड के बाद वो कभी नहीं भूलूंगा मैं लाइफ में.
It's all the more meaningful now for XLG. Looking to find some success here on a global stage. Couldn't make it happen on their map pick. And now they are looking at a 6-round deficit as they shift over to the defending side of this map. G2 have been running laps around them.
Yeah.
Jogamo taking point on this Phoenix.
He's been incredible. And it's only one round outside of the pistol and the anti-eco that XLG found, but it's all because of Jog. That Phoenix is just so oppressive in the way he utilizes it, the way he pilots it. vvvvvvv can't connect onto Leo there. Jog gonna start cycling the orbs, but he's just so good with the balls. Oh, there you go.
Does finally get a shot through, takes him
Bhai, baby
down to 45.
2.0 hai, mazak set kar.
Well, Rarga, big push out into mid, but the Prowler is there. Very cognizant of this, but he actually turns making plays as Speedy finds two. How in the hell has Raga done that? Juggernaut's still going to go pushing forward. vvvvvv gets a piece of the pie as No Man will be taken down. Suddenly, a 2v2 with Hell's advantages in the hands of G2. They're trying to get this plant. Still, Leo quite far away from joining up alongside Happyway.
Only one more Headhunter bolt shot for Baby Bay. Oh, Happyway.
Oh, they're just going to double face towards Garage. Shotwell, the one to collect the kill. And now Leo to do it all. Still another curveball yet in the hands of Jaw. If he can find this elimination or death, he's going to be one away from having that run it back available in the anti-eco. Baby just pulls back, deep disconnected position, goes for the check, does manage to find some damage. Leo now at 22 and Jogamo on the flank. They will just hand it to him. Fast tracking that ultimate, a 3K in the pistol, double digits now for G2.
Heartbreaking for XLG. They needed that pistol and they needed it bad. And it looked like maybe Rargo was going to give him the opportunity. He was 13 out when he gets those 2 kills. But it's just not enough. Frustration. No Man knows they missed a chance, missed an opportunity. But again, it's Jog. Another multi-kill round to put himself up to 18.
18-8-1. I know an America's caster's wife who is very happy with this performance. For XLG, wishing that there was damn near anybody else on the other side of the stage. TP forward. Leaf gaining that space and finding a kill. Happyway is going to be taken down over at Lumber. The slide in from Raga to his demise. Picking them apart limb from limb.
मत प्लांट करो और
ले लो लॉन्ग का भी with a classic to see if he can stop this from being a flawless. Leaf has the spot.
Oh my god.
What are you meant to do?
Oh my god.
They're just going to get crowd together. See who they can try to hand this kill to. And it will be Leaf to claim it in the end. Flawless on the anti-eco, 11-3.
भाई कितने टाइम बाद देखा बे और को प्रायोरिटाइज करते हुए
immediately get into those crossfires.
इतना heavy lead बे पी
that U-tilt to slow down the initial hit.
क्या awareness बे
so good today with their U-tilt that when those floods or when those executes come through that there's a piece of U-tilt there to cut it in half. Surgery being done by G2.
Give.
XLG desperately need this round, to say the least.
बोलो फॉरवर्ड लड़ना पड़ेगा अभी.
There's so much more behind it. It's just the first step on a very long trek.
Oh, okay.
Back available.
Nice.
Okay, no man. We'll find Val.
नहीं करना ही पड़ेगा वो लोगों को लड़ना ही पड़ेगा फॉरवर्ड.
Push out there and
अभी एक साथ ग्रुप अप होके वापस खाना खा जाओ एक साथ.
G2 though.
Welcome into the corner. I think he's going to be looking to maybe send
जाओ
the salt
किधर
here.
न किधर.
Seeing if he can get any kind of rise, any mid-exploration from XLG that he can punish. Well, it seems like Leo getting the spot out on Leaf. Checking the corner. Here's how many weapons there on the opposite side of that wall, and yeah, will swiftly back away.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get much value out of the ult there.
Leaf poking and prodding. He's trying to sell this as an A hit, and for now does have, okay, 3 players on this side of the map, but it looks like the rest are going to be joining in alongside him, given how much space he has gained.
Still looks B all the way.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Finds one. Quick punish. Raga sends out some shots, does get some damage through. Now Happyway really needs to be the one to try to hold the line. So much damage in response, though, down to 35. Now the ult immediately going to be snapping him back into the corner, the slide forward. Raga gets the shutdown, tries to turn the flash, but Jogamo is a little bit faster. Finds a headshot, gets a second. As he wants this bonus conversion and wants this map finished.
Ult में किससे Phantom मांगा ना कुछ guidance से खुद ही आगे जा रहा है. ऐसे भी नहीं अल्ट मार के बी पे गया बी के अंदर जाके अल्ट मार रहा है सेट के अंदर से.
Jogamo will continue to dissuade and deny. Potentially another 4K for him with this Phoenix. He just committed the ult. He's already halfway to the next one.
Bro, क्या है ये GG?
He is just so electric on this Phoenix.
अल्ट पॉइंट मिला तो भी अच्छा है, गन गया तो भी अच्छा है.
Okay.
चलेगा अच्छा है वो भी अल्ट सपोज है अभी.
Takes Leaf out. But still, that's bonus converted, and now you're at match point.
9 in a row. It's what XLG need to try to force this into an overtime.
दोनों चाइना टीम बाहर ना अभी. कौन बचा है? सिर्फ एक ही बचा है. AG.
Okay. Something very curious happened, but it is going to be XLG calling a timeout off the back of this. The Jogamo is just so damn dominant.
Feel कर रहा है.
So patient, baiting out those rotations away from the B site where they can channel their energy back into that side, get some value out of the ult at least to figure out a position, and then he just goes to work.
कल क्या G2 energy है, G2 liquid है.
Graves of XLG.
देखने दो.
Perhaps the final Coinbase win condition for XLG.
अभी पता चलेगा क्या?
This has to be, you know, one of the greatest speeches of all time. One of the best reads to try to rally this one back. I mean, we have seen miraculous comebacks, but right now it just feels like all the gas is out of the tank for XLG.
I'm having a hard time figuring out how they're going to stop G2. Maybe they'll get 1 or 2. G2 is just so comfortable, and you're still going to have that outlaw. A couple players.
Oh my god.
3 out of the 5.
वापस वो लड़ रहा.
This is going to one-tap everybody. But it's that militia buy. Anything and everything you can scrape together here in XLG. It's going to push all their chips onto the A side.
Pitchforks and kitchen knives, whatever they can find.
2 players का total be.
Bit more impact than that, but sweeping out into long. Baby not going to be able to find the shot. Okay, takes a good amount of damage.
Caster gaya.
They're just gonna have to stay tucked into the corner now. Nebula gets popped, so he has a bit of an exit strategy. Drone at the same time, able to go on the chase. 4 players behind this one. Paranoia goes across. Drops down into mid. This is solid aggression from XLG, but they still would love to try to find a catch. And oh boy, Baby Bay, what a shot. Cannot find the follow-up, but Jogamo absolutely can. Sends out the curveball, knows that he's surrounded. Valorant tries to peel off some of that pressure, but no man will still be able to collect 2. Gets it back to even numbers, but the spike has been planted during the chaos. With Trent now all the way over into B.
क्या बोला कास्टर? वो ट्विटर पे मिल जाएगा. कोई ना कोई स्लो मोशन करके उसको टैग कर देगा.
Now into C main.
ये वन वे बेंच बाप है ना?
Has that Vandal pushing out the critical kill found Happy Way. Giving them a lifeboat back into this, but Leaf is trying to make it sink. ADS is in, gets the tap for the Red Bull clutch. 13-3, G2. Looking dominant on Haven, they 2-0 XLG and eliminate them from Master Santiago.
Clean, baby.
A beautiful bounce back for G2 after a tough loss in their opener here at Master Santiago. But now we are starting to see that these new ideas, this new G2 has legs to it. They're going to continue on, find out who they're going to face shortly, but you know, definitely this is a big one for them. Getting that confidence back, getting those wins, getting this dominant win on Haven, I think is going to really right their mental for whoever they face next.
And unfortunately for XLG, it feels like even still with another exposure to this global stage, they're just unable to find that footing.
लेकिन वो लोग में gaps बहुत था बे हर प्लान में वो लोग का gaps
बहुत था. From them again when they got to that attacker side. So still more work to be done, more development to be had, but for G2, if they are now finding their form, whoever they get drawn against should be shaking in their boots because they are looking much improved. Big shout out to Baby Bay.
अगर आपको मौका दे किसी भी वैलोरेंट टीम का कोच बनने का तो आप कौन सी टीम का कोच बनोगे?
Here today.
Oh God, yeah.
नहीं चाहिए बोलने का नहीं चाहिए
Leaf
मौका.
was great. Everybody was great on G2 today. Everybody really pitching in, contributing. Balance Harbor was the best we've seen with this new iteration of the agent by far. I mean, now we haven't seen much of it.
Very minor exposures.
Yeah, but
चलो कल्टी मारते हैं. ड्रॉस तो चलेगा, कल वैसे भी मालूम पड़ेगा मैच क्या है. मिलते हैं. हो सकता है कि मैं थोड़े टाइम बाद थोड़ा चिल मेंबर्स ओनली करने आऊँ क्योंकि मेरे को नींद ज़रा सा भी नहीं आ रहा है. तो पॉसिबल है, देखते कोई खेलने मिलने वाला है क्या. प्लस थोड़ा ग्राइंड उधर भी करना है अपने को. तो विल सी, अगर मैं 5-10 मिनट में आया मेंबर्स ओनली चिल करने तो आ जाओ, वरना सो जाओ. ठीक है, चलो बाय 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 बाय, आदियोस शेड में, आदियोस, टेक केयर, सी या, ब्यूटीफुल डे, ब्यूटीफुल गेम्स, हैप्पी होली सबको वंस अगेन, टेक केयर, बाय बाय. लाइव ड्रॉ देख के जाओ भाई. लास्ट नाइट अपन ने लाइव ड्रॉ देखा था, बोला था फ्री लो पैसिफिक को, पूरा ड्रॉ लेफ्ट हुआ. हाँ
I find you a star, and we could be in love, lighting up the dark. But there's nothing I can do. I can never get to you. So I'm looking for a miracle. Like if somebody be so beautiful.